Man in the wilderness. Town hall meeting. Alongside my sister Maria. She here. Daisy
Yes,
magazine. Where you say
yes,
sister?
my brother. What's my brother? Big up, enough respect to your mama Angel and the family, and to everybody in the chat. A blessed and happy Sunday evening, and blessings for the week ahead.
Yeah, man. You know, so today I think, because we see Anjo start spread out some more propaganda now and start go back into the old ways. You
Hmm.
know, when you're in the opposition and you're the opposition and you do these things, people ignore it. But when you turn the government now, you're sitting for 8 years and then you have some people the propaganda machine. It not gonna work, brother.
Yeah,
You know,
time
if
for
you
that
come off
stop.
and try to blame opposition and blame all some people, I don't know what I'm saying, it don't make no sense, you know.
Hmm.
The man run off on him foot from 2017 as Zozo and then state of emergency straight up to now.
Right.
We just get a video, where them a shoot a man, in a little rugged place. But tell me why you say like come and tell the people them put up them video. The people them video it. So them no know say you have a video, but it video. It video. Right? It video man. And I tell them to stop this. Because I remember saying at the crab run out himself, and tell them to start. You video shoot and make sure them dead. Him for charge of war crime, sister.
Yeah, but that is not how you. That is not how they police a country. That is not how you manage security in a country. You have to treat people like human beings because it doesn't matter how wrong a person is. They still have human rights, and they cannot be treating the young people in the communities like they're animals. As a matter of fact, you can't even treat animals that way. And if they don't have the ideas on how to run the country, give it to somebody who can run it. Give it to somebody with the ideas. Because when Peter Bunting was Minister of National Security, they had some programs in place that were working. Why did they not continue those programs? Clearly, they scrapped them, and then we have the situation now where the crime is out of control. But you cannot fight war fire with fire. They have to have programs for these young people. They have no outlet, and they fail to realize that these young people have no outlet. They have to provide outlets for them, whether it's through education, through vocational training, through skills training. They need some help, and they cannot shoot their way out of the problem. They cannot incarcerate their way out of the problem. It has to be addressed. And this is not the way to address it. And the police and the soldiers need to also understand this thing. It's their community. That's their brother, that's their sister, that's their niece, that's their nephew, that's their cousin. You can't ill treat people that kind of way because they're once a policeman, once a soldier, but twice a civilian.
Good. Look on this now. Look at this. All right, let me show you something now. Me just show you something quick, people. Look on the look on the headline in the paper, right? Look on that. Poor condition
Yeah,
force relocation of police
era
era
one
one headquarters in St. James.
in St.
Now,
James.
these are the same government now will come up and tell us them spend the most money
Money on
on
secure
security
national
force and they
security.
build the most
Hmm.
station and thing, but you still you have this wait I tell us them have to see the national security bill. And look who talk. Him same man where that talk. Look on this. National Security Minister Dr.
Security
Kraft
minister.
says the
Hmm.
Iran police headquarters in St. James will be temporarily relocated to the Barnett Tech Park, Fairfield in the parish. Why? Why? St. James and over and that and that. The era one,
Yeah.
He made the announcement Saturday following a tour of the facility. So if you'd have an era one facility, you tell me say you want to look over the whole thing, and it tell you say it gone bad. It bad. It following a tour. It terrible. But this is the same man will spend how much billion on top of billion and same correct the whole of these things, but they never correct it. That was
But
a
the
lie.
money
Where
is
the money
being
gone?
spent on maintenance. They're not spending any money on maintenance. When you
Them say
maintain
build the
something,
most and then maintain the most and them they spend the most money. But we don't
but
know
when
the
you're
money
maintaining
gone.
something, Wayne, yeah, but when you have a car, you buy a car, and if you just drive it in, you don't get oil change, you don't get it detailed, you don't get it washed, you don't get the tires checked, it's gonna go bad after a while, right?
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
So it's the same thing when you have a building, you have a house. If you don't put maintenance into it, it's gonna go up, it's gonna break up. It's the same thing with police stations. You have to maintain these things. You have to maintain the vehicles. All of these things need maintenance. So if you don't maintain it, you're going to find that you're always spending to rebuild and rebuild and rebuild instead of maintaining, and it costs more money to keep rebuilding, whereas it would cost less if you just kept maintaining.
But you know what, Maria? You know, like when they come out and say them spend the most money. When we say them spend the most money, you know, them spend the most money. Empty.
Hey, this Maria. Man in the
Greetings, Sir
wilderness.
Herb.
How
What
y'all
on?
doing?
You're
That's
doing
good.
good.
Yeah, man. Hey, but just talk how the government, you know, how them they boast the other day, say them spend the most money. We have some little problem we want to read, right? Them say them spend the most money, you know, on the national security, and them build the most police station, them repair the most police station. But yet still, them have to relocate the area one police station to somewhere else because it want fix underwater. All kind of things happen to it.
That's
right?
the one that was underwater the other day.
No, that's a different. Which one that?
The
one where
the
them
one
build
that
and it's
flood,
underwater.
the one that is
No,
in a
that's the
flood.
brand new one them did build in a St. Catherine it's underwater. This is the next one in a St.
Another one.
James.
Yeah.
Right? But you know, them boast about these things. But let me tell you what we want to do. We want to see the bill. We don't want them say, we spend the most money on something. We want to show the money spent. We want to break down how the money spent.
Yeah.
You
Well,
can't
you
just
know,
tell me by your mouth and then we don't spend the money and we don't see no paper. And I
well,
said, supposed to go.
you know,
First
that's a
time government
problem.
come and say we spend that and that and we repair this station, that's it, and then they give you the name of the station and everything. So you can take a bus or drive yourself. Go look if it paint up or if it repair.
Yeah.
No, them won't go tell you that. But I just more talk.
That's a problem with this government. The transparency, there's none. Right? So if you ask them to put out on the internet, on the GIS site, the budget, the planning, and everything for police stations alone, even though they've been talking about it now for 7 years, right? Police station that's still under manned and unkept, right? Have not been renovated like they promised. And the problem with that is they've been under, I won't say underspending. They failed to spend the money that they said they were going to spend. All right. We remember the senator from Grace Kennedy called them out. Don Webby. Yes. He say, oh, you're complaining about crime, and 2/3 of the budget was unspent late last year.
Right.
And he called them out on it. It can't work. So when you see your own party member, and Don Webby, of course, is in the Senate, the upper house, right? And Crab is in the house itself.
The parliament, yeah. Government, yeah.
Right. I mean, what kind of plan is that? How did he plan to spend money if you're hoarding the money?
And where the money gone, by the way? Where it gone, man?
The question. It's supposed to go back to the Treasury. The question is, did it? Where did they get the money from to do all of this campaigning this last time around?
Exactly.
That's the question. Including by vote.
Them not answering nothing. And them don't plan nothing. They don't show your plan. They have not even demonstrated a basic plan for any of the parishes. Right? All you can hear is a bunch of news report that, oh, this station was fixed and it's underwater, or this station is undergoing repairs. The man them escaping out of the stations because the windows and the bars and all them things is no longer secure.
Right.
So when them had half a dozen people walk out of a station, it's a big news. But it's not news to the policeman them. The policeman them can't, they don't stay up all night and leave all 2 policemen at the station. And them not watching nobody. So them fall.
So one of them were flood here. That different from that up there.
People, watch out. All our station for the man. Alan, why this not look good? See.
And how you gonna keep prisoners in this?
No. But them say they
can't
spend the
keep
most money on
prisoners.
everything. But even the one I sent me with it flood. But it flood. Sorry about that. It flood with effluence.
Yeah.
It flood with feces water.
Right.
Mhm.
Right.
The one in a St. Mary. The people and stink too. Them have to run out. Yeah? I remember them they break ground down that side, them like 2 different times, you know. Then them
Yeah.
have a 1 year the same thing, them have other problem. Them say them fix a fire station, it flood too. Them fix brand new station and that flood too. And then them have to spend an extra million for correct it. So you see the problem? And then the government not show you a paper how them spend their money. Them going to say we spend the most money. And them quote money to you. So you have to take them word for it. But we not see something with a stamp for say this money spent and how them spend it and it break down. Nothing at all.
Exactly.
Well,
Yeah.
the truth
because
informed.
exactly, but because this should be public information, where you should be able to go on, like Herb said, on the JIS website and see a breakdown of how the budget was spent. But everything is cloaked in secrecy. But going back to the money that they say goes back into the consolidated fund, how can they be sending back money when you have young people in so much need? They're not funding sports program to keep them occupied. They're not funding community centers to keep them occupied. The schools are not being funded. So I cannot see how every year money goes back and they say they don't identify any programs that they can spend the money on. It makes no sense. So these people lack vision or of what to do, because it makes no sense. The problem is staring you in the face that needs to be solved. And you're telling me that you have money, but you don't see the programs that you can use to solve them. That makes no sense whatsoever. And then what proof do we have that it went back into the consolidated fund?
You know, me just play this in the background, right? It's really bad, you know. A station this, you know, man. Look now. Like this, I like a little hole in cellar or something. You see it like a grill down there? No, this can't be a station. This a joke. This is the station. Look here. Look on the water, look how height there now. So the one of this have got paint back over and things. See police with them going on them side there, you know. See them there? See them a walk through there?
My word.
Eh? And
You remember what
like
station that was?
Newport. I think a Newport. Don't have Marcus Garvey drive that one.
Marcus Garvey.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yes. And this was a fire station. This was a fire station, a leak. Never hospital a leak, although them spend the most money, you know. Right? Fire station, flooded. Maybe a fire station.
I think that area, Wayne, Maria, I think that area gonna have a global warming problem, because I think the water comes in up under the land.
Yes, a low-lying area.
Come off of the hill, but if a runway, it no runway. Like when it rush come down, or them build it and then block up the place. It now have nowhere to go. You know, them just block up the place. And Chinese don't know for building, you know. Them have flood out the people. Them see next to a fire station, urban marine. At the bed, this a fire station, this, you know, down in a mobile. A water that you look on yourself, saying. You know water run, see there? See the water on the floor, see there? Well place there. See there? See the water there? It's a leak. But them build the most and them repair and spend the most money. Me still can't understand it. See? But the problem gets worse. The problem worse. And by the way, me see something in the paper, I say, with Julian Robinson. But me say we can't find it. You don't see him in the budget debate. You right? Let me say we can't see it and send it to me. Hold on there. Let me see if I can send it to you. Julian Robinson, take the task. Staten. Because Staten spend over 4 billion, I think. Them are the census and them for the. You can remember them. I tell about the job statistic and how much people in the country. 1 million people them reach 2022. 1 million when people lock up. So what them have put out is bogus. Even with the work thing, it falls. False narrative. I know them the rich people. Them in Jamaica. Them don't know how much. Them spend 4 billion already, and them are come with pure bull crap. You can reach 1 million people. Most people where them are reach, then maybe more the police, them and some other people where them can reach. Most of the people them don't reach them. So them are give some false narrative and some false thing. I say, boy, the work this and that and that and that and come with some false thing. It's just one. Look up Staten Julian thing and you see. Let me see if I can find it. Let me see if I can find it. Yeah, so. Fantastic 5. Send me it back. Julian Robinson speech. Yeah, let me say me have it here, so. Supposed to have it here, so let me see now. Hold on. 5. Send me back that speech, you know. Yes. Send me that speech.
Yeah, but you know something is not only that we have been having an issue with. Remember, we have been questioning because Ratigan has asked the question before about how they collect information as it relates to the unemployment numbers, because you cannot have a situation where the if you work 1 hour you're considered employed. That makes no sense. So when you look at the unemployment numbers and you look at poverty level and all of that, it makes you have to question the way that Staten does its reporting, because that is not translating into the society in general.
Yes.
That's not translating into the society in at large. So I am not surprised that the spokesperson on finance, Julian Robinson, would question the way Staten does things, because how can you spend $4 billion and you only account for 1 million people? So where did the money go? And the lack of accountability is the reason why they can always say we spend the most money, and they show you no proof for it.
Now I'm sending you something right now for you read, right? And this is the ugly truth. This is what Ima tell them, and we can rubbish this, but I'm going to send it to you on Herb right now. I'm going to show you something in the people. I'm going to send this to Herb and Maria right now. And this is the paper, by the way, so I'm going to show it. All right, I'm going to send it to you, right? I'm going to show them something now, right? This is where Ima run down, and this is the paper answer, but they might tell him the truth or something. They might tell him what him say, because statistic wrong. I'm going to show them the workforce in 2015.
15, right.
2016, where 1,325,000. Now him say I have 1 million. It did show me in 2023 1,320,000, and then revise it to 1 million. Him said 369,000. So it just little over the whole 8 years, just little over one. I mean, I know how him get that still. Just little over both of things for 8 years. Just be over. You get that? Look over the middle, senior.
Yeah, I cannot look at mine right now.
YouTube.
Where's it?
Where is it? YouTube?
No,
I think you sent it on your cell phone.
Send it to your email. To your WhatsApp.
Oh, WhatsApp.
Yes, send it to your WhatsApp.
Let me find it because I didn't see it come in.
Let me send it back to you. Let me send it back to you right now because you're going to read that. I'll send it to you back.
Okay, all right. I see it now. I was looking at the wrong account.
Right, so ugly political record. That one, this one. Ugly
political record.
All right, read that for me. Read that for me.
Yeah, Holness 2-term administration.
Yeah.
Okay.
You see it?
You want okay.
Just read the top
Holness 2-term
administration.
administration sets record, but scandalous Okay. Will you want me to
You
read
get
from
it?
History Will Credit?
Yes. Read it from there, sir.
History will credit Prime Minister Andrew Holness for a number of achievements, among them having the lowest level of unemployment in Jamaica in 40 years, reducing the debt to GDP ratio in the last 8 years, and
Yes.
presenting the most no-tax budgets over the same period.
Yes.
That same history, according to political science Dr. Paul Byrne, will also note that he has presided over 2 administrations since 2016 that have seen a record number of senior members at the center of high-profile scandals. This led to a record 8 top officials of his government being either fired, reshuffled, or forced to resign under a cloud. It is not a record that any prime minister wants to set. So, but you see, so what this
So where
is
most
proof
about?
that it's the most corrupt administration.
It's the most corrupt.
Exactly.
Thank you. So and when him talk say we paid on the most, that is garbage again. And when them talk about work, me I tell you say them kept because starting though them only talk to 1 million people. $4 billion, 1 million people. Let me just send the Julian thing to you and you read it there. Let me just send it to you right now. I'm not gonna send it to
Yeah.
you right now. Hold on there. Look on
Yeah,
this.
but why are they doing that, Wayne? But why are they doing that,
Yes.
Wayne? Because even in that report, in the last report about the Jamaica's corruption index, they talk about the corruption index, but they also talk about the level of corruption and why it is the worst that they have seen because of the effect that it is having and the fact that the legislature seems to be getting involved in the judiciary, in private sector, and all of that. So that same report that I guess they cited in that article speaks to the level of corruption that this administration has
Whoa.
fostered. So it is while the in this index might be one thing, the corruption is through the roof.
Yes. I
Through
remember
the
saying
roof.
them I try do a PR and it not work. So
Yeah.
we go down, don't look more because all right, when it said through the cloud. So the other part say it's not a record that my prime minister, that any prime minister want to set. But it's a record that has been set and just been going over his head. He can do anything about it because he has people who say and do what they want to. Them are people who say and do what they want to. When they want to. Dr. Bantole, the Sunday Gleaner, in an interview. So them say and do what them want to and when them want to. So them do anything them want to. This is the record for him. And it's not a record he wants. But the record that has been created under his watch. I don't think it's one he want to remember. But history will not allow him to forget it.
Exactly.
Because him no want remember this record. See there, people. History not allow him forget the record because see there. History not forgot it. So history not allow him because not a record. And then it go back now. When you go down where it say he continue. And this is why him love the local government election result because it has brought everyone down to earth. Tell about the everything we are going, the cocky and where them used to go on with. It draw them because remember you couldn't talk to them the other day. And then him start, in a 2018, Holness administration was faced with resignation from then Science and Technology Minister Andrew Wheatley over report of nepotism, cronyism and corruption, Petrojam state-owned refinery. And it go down Nesal, the Energy Solution Limited, 2 entities under the portfolio, and then it go down with a bag of list. Read it go down with the whole, see them there. Me can't even call them off, go to them. It go down with the whole like I'll be a corruption. Cause some wood a mumbus a grass today. It go down with every corruption where them go under film watch. Me now just do Hutchinson and the land and everything. Girl, see that Hutchinson, see that? It go down with everything, see that?
Ratty friend Hagentai.
Hagentai full. Him alone should have been in prison long time. Him alone. You talk about
his name calling everything.
Corruption for kill. And yes, the Prime Minister now put out something now. And I talk about corruption and this and that. Him do reverse psychology. And that him a play now. When Pamphlet, me never talk about the JLP administration back then, you know, I talk about Film Watch. Film Watch alone, the amount of corruption and the amount of money chop it unbelievable. Allow me to tell, it's there.
Right.
You can't run around it. And by the way, when I say the lowest, this and the lowest, that is garbage. Because starting, go talk to 1 million people, you not talk to all of Jamaica where you get money for do. 4 billion you born. Look pan where Julian talk about it, you know. Julian Robinson. He might talk about it in the house. Me just send it to you. Right? So right now, 1 million people, them not reach nowhere yet. And them are tell about each and two the people them gone and who have the you know, the technical set of people them who gone and this and one bag of foolishness. But you still them are give you some result where it bogus and fictitious. Eh? It no good. We're Stanton let out no good neither. Them don't even know much people at work. Them don't. Because you can't talk to 1 million and then you give me 1.3 million but you never talk to. That don't make no sense to me. It makes sense to you, ma'am?
No, because then how do you get a good reading of what is really happening in the country? Right.
If you talk to 1 million out of nearly 3 million people, or you come by your 1.3 million people in a job. You have to explain to me.
But that still doesn't give you a good coverage way, a good understanding of what is really happening in terms of the job situation and all the various components of what is really happening in Jamaica. Because
that's it.
How do they measure the unemployment rate?
I don't know.
We are yet to see how they do so, because it cannot be a person working 1 hour is considered employed. So the numbers that they put out are not reflecting the situation in the society on the ground. Because when you look at it right now, the poverty rate is up, crime is up, but the unemployment numbers are down. They say they have more entrepreneurs, more business people, but I don't see how that is translating into the everyday life of the Jamaican people.
Right, you can see this on the screen, people.
Mm-hmm.
You can see it,
Yeah.
Opposition spokesperson and finance Julian Robinson has criticized the government over the handling of the 2022 population and housing census. Reported that it spent $4 billion on the exercise. And see there 1 million Jamaicans. So if you talk to 1 million, not 1.3 million, I remember you talk to 1 million Jamaican, not 1.3. Or you reach your working status. Remember you talk to talk to 1.5 billion, million, You talk to 1 million people, or you reach at working status. Or you reach your status, you know what people in the country or whatever. This is 2022. So it's not done and them spend 4 billion. Most of the people them not reach. So this is a bogus status, by the way.
Yeah.
Because you know reach
it don't reach a million. It don't reach a million. And we know
reach a million. So if you don't reach a million, you tell me it's 1.3 million at work. Me just want to ask Staten.
That's what I'm saying. How did they measure it? What is the measurement that they use?
Yes.
Because normally you have a breakdown as to how, when you're canvassing people, but we don't see it from Staten. This is not something that is available, and when you ask for the information, you don't get the information that you can read it and reason it out to a logical conclusion. So it leaves you to speculate.
So when I read it, remember this in the house matter, but when I read through this, I read through it from yesterday, and it tell about this. All right, see this. All right, see at the 2011 census. It shows a 1.6 million them reach too. So them that tell me how much I work, how much, because them when them reach there, them are going to interview you if you work and not and this and that and that, them are going to interview you. But if you're going to reach to 1 million, you spend 4 billion, or you reach to the 1.3 million people working.
Yeah.
Because you reach 2.6, you reach 2.6 in 2011. So I could understand that. But no, you're going to reach 1 million, go 1.5. Reach 2.6. That means nearly 2 million people, chat to, get, take up nothing at all. You don't know who dead or who born or nothing at all. You know, have nothing.
But this
So
is
bogus.
keep in mind, Wayne, this is a 2020 census late because of COVID.
Yes.
Yeah, late because of COVID.
Yes,
and them still can't get it done.
When people are them yard.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yes. It's ridiculous.
So them let talk this and get Holness. And them run. We have the lowest because starting a real brother. And I can show you the same census it around not in a 2015 it shows a 1.3 1,320,000 people at work, 25,000 people at work. But now them do back a new one for no in a 2022, and we don't know. And then by the way, people they work them they shut down, but yes, still can't tell how much people at work. Starting. Wait, now have it spend the money and so it make no sense. It is shut down up to the hotel and they shut down. So you give me so much people at work. Where you get that from? How much leave? You can't give me something from the police because police leaving a drove over the years. The teacher them. So if you say, boy, we did have, 2020, we did have 25,000 teachers. How much leave then? And by the way, how much leave now? Because last year, from 2022 from January 22 to August 23, you have 2,400, nearly 2,500 teachers left. Them gone, different from the one, them where they retire, Them leave gone, them resign, them not take it no more. Plus how much police left in at the same time, how much nurses. So if you don't have the census, or you come to this and talk about the lowest, you still, you go around, you say everybody sit down now work same way. And you ask him, what kind of work them have? You can't tell me. You can't tell me starting because it's bogus. And you make enjoy.
Right. So, but Wayne, do you realize that the information from Statin contradicts what the Prime Minister is saying, what the government is saying?
It's gonna contradict because him lie about it. Man would sue you, right?
Yeah.
And all of these other jobs that are not jobs that he's counting, right? These are unemployed people.
Exactly.
They hide them in different ways. Him and Dr. Clark with the bogus counting.
Yes.
So the bottom line is it's going to catch up to them.
Right? It is because you see, they say it's the lowest unemployment rate. Yet Statin is saying what we were only able to do census for 1 million people. So where did the other 300,000 people come from for you to claim that as being part of the workforce?
That's right.
And I'm 100% sure the million people that they did in the census, how many of them are retired persons? How many of them are elderly? How many of them are children who are school-age children? How many are what percentage? How many are babies? So if their numbers, Statin and the government need to get on the same page because the numbers don't add up.
The number not adding up. Statin, we could talk to another man. They're fantastic.
But wait, let me ask you this: is Statin the government?
Yeah, it's a government.
Statistical Institute.
Yes.
All right. But they're a government institute, right?
I think so. Them to do that.
So
yes.
If they are the head bean counters statistically,
yes, them to
count. Where's the government pulling all these figures from?
Them just put it because see there and see there, right there. Them asked us this was 2 days ago in the house. Them have seat there, and you see it. Boss Anglin have census, so them have the census right now. Them don't even know much people in Jamaica. Them don't even have 3 million or more site there for how much run out and nothing. Them don't know. You won't go can say well, with their 3 million, we don't know.
Exactly.
Because when people there them yard and them go for take it up, them say it difficult to do it and terrain, them are find all kind of excuse, but yet still, in the election I come up, you run out and call the Prime Minister and say, oh, 1.3 million people at work. 1,320,000. But when them realize, say, Poster seems similar, they have 1,325,000. So they revise it over the like couple of days and put that 1 million and put it the over. Just a little bit over. Eh? Remember everywhere they shut down, you know. So them and then people now gonna let you start in them house 2022 because through the pandemic them afraid. So it was a bad time for them even to take up that. And at 4 billion, some people still not get them money for to do it. Yeah man, the other size on the file. Some people still not get them money, you know. So right away we know so them like a false information to Andrew Warren. Me tell Andrew say, hey, run us some kind of false information. See? That him run go up on the road with him wife and him kids them. But leave with a quick thing. So not so long talk to him, yeah? Yes, man. See? Yeah, man. So see with the false information with them give him run, we have the lowest. Me hear Elijah Clark, you know. I read the budget debate, right? But I play something with him. Can you know them turn Xerox now, right? You know them as Xerox.
Yeah.
The man has Xerox. I'm going to show you the man. And him alone. Andrew to him as Xerox. Them as Xerox. One, you know the old Xerox, them one at 70. Elijah at 71 and Andrew at 72. See them here, people? Not them this.
Wow.
Not them this, man. Xerox, I want their 71.
Beware, they'll copy your ideas.
And they do.
Yeah.
They do.
And that's the thing, they do.
Yeah, man. A Xerox, them, you know. Them a Xerox.
Hey, Sir Herb, if they're not careful, they will copy the names too.
You say like Andrew named Herb T now, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. I saw Xerox them, you know.
Yeah, you're going to have to throw some lawsuit on them and stop this kind of copy.
This kind of, I'm telling you, these copyright infringements and yeah.
Yes.
But
I mean, come on.
You know. Them like some of the name them on there, you know. Cause me hear Andrew say boy, me hears them on the ground, and I say, oh, me thing, man. And then me
Well,
you know.
You know how bad it is now when they run out of ideas.
Yeah.
Yes.
But nothing is wrong, you know. Nothing is wrong with somebody putting out an idea and you taking it. Give them credit for it.
When
Give
they
them
touch
credit
government, I take people things and I run with it. And you know, each time come by the way, you know. In copy too much cinema, I tell them same one time come here enough for the work. Let me show you next thing where I'm copy again and it now work for him. Ligel. Watch this. Ligel time come. Ligel. See? Ligel say time come. All right, Sita. Look on this now.
And as soon as it becomes practicable, this government will come back with proposals to deal with the security of the unemployed. Madam Speaker, government change, the rest is history. But the Andrew Holness government is here to fulfill the vision of the founding fathers of...
Brother, the founding father them that long time you fulfill the vision of the people them where I live now. Me just feel like to tell him that, you know. Him a fulfill the vision of founding fathers. You fulfill the vision of the people them will like you. Them want good life and everything for a live. Him a fulfill the vision of founding fathers. Eh? Can just love tell lie and copy like hear him now.
Jamaica. It was the vision, Madam Speaker, of opposition and government of the 1960s that unemployment insurance is an inextricable part of social security.
You hear him?
For 50 years or longer.
So him say 60, you know. But there is no, him say 50 years, but 50 years, it will put you right around 74. Female not tell him that. So him couldn't say the 60s. And him have 50 years and longer. If you have your thing not me youth, you can't do this. Xerox, you can't do this. Xerox, remember your copy, you know, man. You have to lock the thing, brother. You're Xerox. Yeah, man.
This eluded the Jamaican people. We're going to
Foolishness,
be
you know.
using economic stability, Madam Speaker, to bring benefits to the people.
Economic stability. And here what the benefit right to bring down area.
In the form of unemployment insurance.
Foolishness, this, you know. Let me go and play. Hold on.
60 years later, Madam Speaker, time come.
Well, if that's a 50 again and 60 years the time come. If that's a realize what I'm saying, you have no unemployment insurance.
60 years
That's
later,
a
Madam
PNP
Speaker,
saying.
time come.
In cap as he works.
Time come.
Him laugh, him just a realize.
For unemployment insurance.
Yeah, for unemployment insurance.
My
I
friend
Xerox, them you know see me. Xerox. See them
Xerox.
the man? Xerox. I copy for beware of them, man. They copy everything better. A Xerox. Same say time come. Yeah? Let me tell you something with the unemployment insurance I do. It not go for police because when you join police force, you know, you work for like a 40 years. So I'm going like 19, you turn police 20. So you know anything like 40 years. And they say do something and they might put you out or something. But you have your job secure for a couple decades, right? We do nurse are the same thing. You know, you're going to nursing and you go through, you know, say, unless you go change work, you know, out of work so easy. Say teachers are the same thing because they may go overseas go work or something. Some of them need unemployment insurance. What did happen is, I think Damian Crawford in 2020 when the pandemic come out, talk about unemployment insurance. As he was saying, but for the hotel workers, because when it shut down for the couple months, you still have to pay them. That's what I'm saying, you know. You understand? But remember, you know, when something like that shut down, doctors still at work, nurse still have to work, you know, the police, them still, you have some emergency, them still at work. Fireman still have to work, so it now go for them. But if you have an insurance company and you come with unemployment insurance, I'm gonna chat bush. Or any one of them people, Maria and Herb, and you take for them money and them work for 2 weeks and then you have to pay them 6 months. It's not good for your company, you're a bankrupt.
No, you're going
And the government only take it up because it mash them up too. So when they have the unemployment, in the nowhere, in the have the hell way, I say. Because nobody now buy into this. It's not good for you. It's good for the man when I have no job. Can get a 2 week, him just show him thing and then it's a compulsion. You have to go give him money till him get a next job. If him sit down there for 6 months and I get paid. Then you not go block then, man. Your company not go block, man. Yeah? But the man I say it don't make no sense on here. That don't make no sense.
Right, and the kind of jobs that are available, Wayne, the kind of jobs that are available, would those workers be qualified for unemployment insurance?
Not if you're doing squeegee upon somebody's windshield.
Exactly.
When them people get sick, who gonna pay them unemployment?
Me no know. That ask you. No, when them out of job because them not have a job for long. And you could work with Chinese and you get a 10 grand for go home with a 13 grand. And then you throw unemployment insurance out of that for 5 grand. So when you work for a month and them fire you, what them do? Pay you? If you have 6 months till they get a job, it's not gonna work, brother. It's not gonna work, Herb. It's not gonna work.
No, can't work, man. They don't have the foundation necessary to withstand that kind of, you know, if it was like back in the days when bauxite going is number one, tourism number two, then you have bananas and sugar cane, then you could say, okay, you have an industry that's moving and it's bringing in revenue to the government. So government to set aside. We don't have that.
No. Them say about that mash up. And the next thing again, but if me I do insurance with anybody, me I work with a company, me I do a life insurance. Because you have to think, you know, you have family and them thing there, you have to think. So if limbs and something, you know, say you still have something to live pan, it will take care of you. If you have an accident, you go home, you know, it cover you. If you're sick, it cover your life insurance. With all these, you know, benefits come with it. So it's better than you tell me about unemployment insurance, like me I eat that. Me I show insurance, me show life insurance. But cover me and cover enough thing. If me sick, me
but unemployment would have to cover jobs that have more benefits to gain in the long term. It cannot be a short term thing, you know.
If you do that, the police will join this. The reason why I'm gonna do it because he might work for 40 years. So I bet him show life insurance if him get hurt on the job, he go sit down and about can you have to pay the police him if him get hurt on the job, you know. So you don't need an unemployment benefit because automatically you have to deal with him. He might have life insurance or something. When he get something else or something.
That would come under workman's comp though.
Workman's compensation. Yeah, but you know, I'm thinking here, Sir Herb Wayne, if you look at the fast food workers, would they qualify for unemployment insurance?
Well, that's only if their company is going to do partial payment.
Exactly. Because the companies have to pay it. Because at the end of the day, when anything happen and they should have to apply for unemployment insurance, it's the company that's going to have to pay them the unemployment insurance.
Yep.
So how much is the company making? How much are these workers making that, you know, they can qualify for these things? So it is one thing to come out and say these things and everybody gets, you know, excited. But when you read the fine print, it does not make any sense.
Right. And you know, they get excited by trying to mimic programs that they know are popular.
Yes.
Overseas.
Exactly.
And they try to make it appear as if they have the depth to do the same programs in Jamaica. But they don't have the depth.
They
right?
don't.
And these jobs that they're classifying as full-time jobs, they have to relook it because who in fact is the employer?
Yes.
That's self-employment. Right? And take some of these jobs that are outsourced. A lot of people work in these outsourcing centers. And the centers themselves, when they had COVID the other day, what happened?
Everything shut down.
The whole building come down with COVID, they have to shut everything down.
Yeah.
Right? So if COVID can do that, then the flu going to do the same thing. And anything that is we call that again, Maria, where they say that's an epidemic or anything like that.
Any communicable disease, anything that is you can contagious.
Contagious disease. That's what I was searching for.
Yes.
Yeah. It's gonna hit them, and it's gonna hit them hard.
Yes.
And I don't think that they can stomach them kind of payments that they're gonna have to make.
That's the same thing.
But they don't have the infrastructure. They don't have the economic infrastructure to do so. While the private sector is benefiting from the government's policies and the government being able to pay their bills, they cannot expand to cover their workers as it relates to unemployment insurance, because they're going to go belly up if they do so, because that's a person can just start working next week and get sick and qualifies for unemployment. So but there are so many logistics to work out before one can implement unemployment insurance. So it sounds good and it looks good on paper, but it's the actual implementation of it that is, that is problematic, because they don't have the infrastructure to do so.
All right, I want to show you how tough tongue right now, I'm an employer racist. He might talk about a system where they want to put in. I can play this phone now. Yeah? And this, you know, Abbott. What's her name? Maria Abbott. She come from, our people, them come from Clarendon.
It wasn't Grace Abbott, but she was the first black female member of parliament in England. Is that that one?
All right, that guy there, him come up and him diss her and do a kind of like a foolishness and talk some racist about she. You know what? Christopher Tufton reach him company. Christopher Tufton reach out to know if you come put them want put in a system there in the hospital. Digitize the record instead of pay them if buy and put in the medication and put in the thing them that the hospital make it run. The record can't turn that now save life, you can't read it. You put in that in a hospital, but you still don't have a machine, you don't have nothing at all working, nothing, no medication, nothing. Not even Panadol. But you might put in that and pay much billion. Look on the
Well,
guy when I talk about. See, look here.
worse than
Thousands
that, him
of
don't have
people
no bed
across
either.
the UK are rallying
Exactly.
behind Diane Abbott.
Dan Abbott,
Look
yes.
on this. Look on this. Look on this.
Thousands of people across the UK are rallying behind Diane Abbott, the longest serving black member of parliament in the UK, because of the racist comments that were said about her by this gentleman, Mr. Hester. Now, why is this relevant to us in Jamaica? His firm is the one that the Ministry of Health and Wellness has chosen out of local Jamaican firms and other firms to implement the national medical records system. So your tax dollars at work are going to
Racist.
pay and help to fat the pockets of one of the biggest racists in the UK right now, who is disrespecting and even inciting violence against a black woman.
So,
You hear this?
so hold on. So Dr. Tufton did not do his due diligence to research the background of this person before hiring his company. And
don't think so,
the
no.
companies and people qualified enough in Jamaica to do that. But before he gets to digitizing the records of patients, you need hospital beds first.
Yes.
Yep.
You
You
need
the CT
MRI
scan.
machines and CT scans
Yes.
and dialysis machines, and you need
Dialysis.
medication, and you need a
most
working
importantly-
operating theater.
Yes.
Yes,
Yeah.
sir, Herb?
Most importantly, you need pharmaceuticals.
You need
Thank you.
pharmaceuticals.
Because
Yeah.
if you don't remember Herb, if you don't eat your food for your medicine, you have to eat your medicine for your food.
Your medicine for your food.
Are you there?
Exactly.
And most
Right.
people now have
Exactly.
nothing to eat. So them have to go
Right.
there, and you don't have nothing there, but you have to pay billions to him now, where it's a racist.
Right.
A tax
Yeah.
Jamaican taxpayers' money. Remember, few
Mhm.
people them come from Clarendon, you know, Funa Parish, you know.
Yeah. Yeah, Diane Abbott,
You
yeah.
respect the thing, and you see where she are doing him, make him
Yeah.
bag a racist girl for she and do all kind of things. And you are go for him, give him firm the money and for go do what? Digitize your record. So when you even have your record, they digitize and them can't see it and you don't have nothing to do. That you're dead same way. You know,
Yeah, but it's backwards thinking. It's backwards thinking.
Straight.
It is.
Yeah.
It is.
You
Yeah.
have to make sure the people them are right first before you even think about this. That don't make no sense to me.
But look at it this way. The hospitals are broken. So okay, he has a digitized system. So we're going to the patient is sleeping on the floor on a piece of cardboard that he paid $500 for. There's no operating theater because Mole is in the operating theater, right? They
Yeah.
don't have any pharmaceuticals, they have no medication, they don't have sterile equipment for operations, so the patient has to buy those equipment. So how does the digitized system work in this current setting? It makes no sense. So the cart is before the horse.
Mm-hmm. So I'm not going that alone. Just look at them. I'm want the people them look on them. Look on this. We spend the most money. Modern building, modern facility, but the facility where you have don't listen. Me rather you have a field hospital and it a herb, you serve and feel and tell them how field hospital when they quit now.
Yep. You know, most field hospitals have the basic equipment to CAT scan, X-rays, right? Even at least one MRI machine.
Yeah.
Everything to save life.
But yeah, because doctors need an instant look at what's wrong. These are things they're gonna order. You don't have no time for go transport them up to halfway tree or down to halfway tree.
You're dead by then.
Done, right? And get them people backed up in the private sector. You're supposed to have them things on hand, right?
Exactly.
But them brothers spend money on these things and get away. And then nothing not in the hospital. So them not do nothing for the people them themselves, you know. Them the business about them. So the rat is still a dry away. The crab louse.
Yeah.
Because some people go there with neuron body parts and come out back and think I hear them go back overnight, you know.
Yeah.
Yes, man. Crab louse step them up. Yeah, rot everything bad in there. In the nasty. And you have to talk to him like this. We're not pretty up nothing around here. Not me.
No, but you know, here's the question. Who is advising the minister? because there's no way he can have he has advisors, but there's no way you can have sensible advisors telling you that you need to digitize a system before you fix the hospitals.
Yeah. Look, after the debacle with that with the program the name something like me
Market me.
Market Me, yeah. After that debacle, I'm not surprised more debacles are coming, right? I'm not surprised the priorities are all screwed up
Exactly.
because nobody seemed to be thinking on that stuff. And
But,
and
but nobody is thinking in the government, Sir Herb, because everybody's priority is backwards. Because if
yeah,
you have a national security minister who is sending back money, 2/3 of their money to the consolidated funds, while the young people are screaming for help, it tells
yeah,
you that they're not thinking. They're only
yeah.
showing up and collecting a salary and not doing the job worthy of the salary that they're getting. Because
Well,
the minister should never be considering to digitize
right.
a system when they don't have hospital beds.
That is it.
It's
So
incredible.
you know, prioritize the money we are spending. And you know, so you got say, listen me, we need medication for the people them. We need proper bed. We need not even pampers. Them they have enough toilet tissue by the way, you know.
Well,
Yeah,
that's
We are
right.
digitize
The
the
logistics,
record.
logistics is
yeah,
terrible,
Eh?
right?
yeah.
Right. The admin, is the same way, and then when you lose equipment at the job and
Mm-hmm.
people taking stuff home, I'm sure it's not the patients taking the stuff home,
No,
right?
them don't have none.
So people might be decking out their own homes with hospital beds and stuff. That's
But Sir Herb, how many hospital beds can staff steal? All of them?
that's that's
You
it.
see, you see what I'm
That's the
saying?
point.
So
No,
it,
you can't take the hospital bed, them have security. So none of them are just so old bed. You know
no,
buy
but no, it's
none.
a very valid point that Sir Herb made. But what I'm
Yes.
thinking is, Sir Herb, is this: who supplies the hospital with equipment? They don't have toilet paper. They don't have sanitary napkins for
Napkin. Them
women.
have nothing.
Right.
So who supplies the hospital? So every hospital is supposed to have its own storage facilities.
Yeah.
The Ministry of Health is supposed to be in charge of that. So they're
Mm.
supposed to have distribution centers all over the island in the
Mm.
different parishes. So who is in charge of that? How much
Them have some
supply is
people in
sent
a
out
cream.
and how often are supplies sent out? How much supplies are sent out, right? And who is responsible for making sure that hospitals have basic things such as toilet paper, hand sanitizer, soap in the bathroom, napkins for women? Who is responsible for those basic things? Because
Yeah.
no hospital should run out of those things. Now you
Well,
bring it up one another level to pharmaceuticals. Who is responsible for making sure all hospitals have all the pharmaceuticals that they need? Who supplies who through the ministry in the ministry is responsible for making sure that their distribution center is responsible for all of that? Okay, you go to the other level now. Who is responsible for making sure the hospital has equipment, MRI machines, CT scans, dialysis machines, um, um, operating theaters are working, beds for patients? Who is responsible for those things? Who is responsible for making sure that a hospital has a different departments? You have it for babies, you have maternity department, you have dental, you have male, you have female, you have all of those things. Who is responsible for those things? So it seems as though the ministry is not running
it's
efficiently
management,
because
poor
there's
management.
the poor management and the
Yeah.
misappropriation of funds. Because
Yeah.
remember
Yeah.
now, Sir Herban Wade, this is a ministry that cannot account for billions of dollars
Yep.
Billions,
per
yes.
the Auditor
Billions.
General's report
Billions, yes.
Yeah.
last year.
Yes.
So monies are going missing. The hospitals are underfunded because of misappropriation of funds. But yet, when you have some money, instead of spending it on the things that are most important, they are spending it on digitization of a system that is not even. You can always have the records and have a safe space to put them in to protect them from fire and water
Yep.
Yes.
while you do the things that are necessary. But digitizing the system is not where the money needs to be spent.
Yeah, the priorities are all messed up, and
It
it's
is.
hard for me to imagine that this man can be the minister and not see the poor management going on under him, and who does
Exactly.
he hold accountable, right? If it's a money shortage, which it sounds like the money's going somewhere else,
Yeah.
then they need to relook the budget. Talk to Minister Clark. Yeah.
Yeah. But Sir Herb, just picture this. Somebody goes to the hospital. The whole system is digitized. Put the name in the computer that I can look at that, blah blah blah. And then what?
Yeah,
They go say, okay, you're supposed to be
so them find
admitted.
your name quick. And say,
Yeah,
yes,
they find your name
it's
quick.
herb
Okay,
tea. And then what?
whatever. Yes,
And then when
and
you
then you're
find the name,
supposed
I
to
say,
be
yeah, but
admitted.
herb. All
Yes.
right, so you need a CT scan. And then what?
Right.
Because
Yes.
you
Then
get
what?
the CT scan, you know. And then you
Oh,
just lie
but
down
the
and dead.
hospital is digitized. Yeah,
Then
but the
you lie
hospital
down
is
and
digitized.
dead.
Ridiculous.
Then you
It's
lie down and dead.
ridiculous.
Because you
It
still
is
have
ridiculous.
roach and chinka dry off a fight up on the bed. The
Yeah.
woman, them go them good neuron skin. Them understand me, them have some parts of them neuron up. Yes, and when you look at Pierre Crablos, take it up, them will come out back. Them not go in there with Crablos, you know. You use the bathroom, woman will come out with STD. You never have STD in your life, but you go sit down for the bathroom when you're supposed to sit down pan. You go in a hospital and catch germs, come out back. Yes?
Well, you remember the rats them in Spanish Town Hospital.
Yes,
Yeah,
yes.
leptospirosis. Yeah.
Yes. Yeah. You know, it's bad all over. Yeah.
It is. It is.
Hey
And
guys, I gotta switch over this AC system because the temperature outside dropping fast.
okay.
Yeah,
Yeah, it was a nice day today.
chill
Yeah.
here. Yeah, I'll be back.
Yeah, you
Okay.
have to switch over your AC system. Okay.
Yeah,
Yeah. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. So so I cannot see how it is that the minister is focused on something, but not only that, to add insult to injury, he's going to use a, a company owned by a racist person. So it
Yes.
doesn't mean anything to him that this person has a past, a present, and a future that doesn't sit well with the community that he's inviting him to come and take care of.
Mm.
Because he should be concerned about that. And if they did their due diligence and did their research and their background check, they would have known this. Why does it have to come out and be on social media for him to understand and see the clear and present danger that this man presents?
This man now got, digitize. Like him do something that now do nothing for the people. And that now
It doesn't mean anything. It doesn't mean anything.
It don't make no sense. You go up on a computer, you find, and you put in the computer that cost billions of dollars. When you could have just put in it, that means you want to kill the people them. Yeah, show me say you don't care for the people them. If you digitize that, instead of you go and put in the equipment and get the medication and thing and get the pins them and get some ambulances and upgrade the hospital that the people them can get, good health service. You don't care for the people them. Digitize now do nothing for you. That don't make no sense. You fix the hospital first, then you go when you have the money, you go do that. You understand? You know, go digitize some paper with my name on it. If you say yes,
that's how a normal society operates.
You can just call my name. I sit down in the same place, not do nothing else.
No. But that's how a normal society operates, Wayne.
Yeah.
That's a normal society operates.
Ask Maria. The 3,700 odd people will lost them life because of Andrew Holness and them carelessness, calling election and do everything in the pandemic. Oh, they never talk about that yet.
Yeah, which is rather unfortunate because those people died alone.
How much people lost and you watch, brother? And nearly 4,000 souls that in brother.
But those people died alone, because remember at the time nobody could visit anybody, so there were no loved ones to go and visit with them in their last hours, and there's no do-over. It's one and done. So it is a sad situation, and for them not to talk about it, and even help some family members get closure to this issue is rather unfortunate.
Let me ask the people them about the hospital. Let me show them something about the hospital what we are talking about. I'm going to ask if you rather digitize or rather something fixed for this. Look on this. Hospital. Look here. It's at the same hospital we matter about digitize, you know. Just look on this. Hospital, watch this. Data leak. Let me run through this. Let me run through that one there first. Let me give the people them a real look at the hospital where we want digitize. Look on this now. Look on the hospital where you want digitize. Look on bathroom. Look on the dirty thinking bucket them. It's a beryllium, you know. Look on it.
Wow.
Look on this. So, let me just stop it here, some people. Let me just run through this.
Sad. So sad.
Look on this. So, tell me now. Do you show the people them have a lie down pan? Want to see this? This is how I go on. Look on this. It's all worse than this. Look there. $500 for the cardboard there.
I can't fire down there going away like you want me to come out for game. I'm going down there, man. Down there.
Alright, so tell me something now, people.
It's sad.
Let me stop this. You saw them thing on nasty here? Alright. So when them digitize,
How does that help them?
when them digitize this, what this do have to do with them people here? More than you have your name on a computer. And you spend billions of dollars game. It give them people medication, it give them a bed, it
Exactly.
make the place clean and alright or anything.
Exactly.
It don't make no sense. When I come with the man for just go away. Look
You
what
would think this would be more important way. You would think.
them, hey, John, no, them man are them wicked, you know,
Yeah.
man.
Yeah.
Eh? Look on this. Never
Sad.
play it back. And I can play a million of them like this situation and that. Look out for your toilet and them thing there. You don't tell them don't spend people taxpayers money like this. Eh? You upgrade and make sure the people them okay first before you talk about digitize.
Yeah.
Jamaican people will come out and tell them say you forget fire, you forget go away.
Yeah, that's
Look at
rubbish.
this. You think this nice to work for my people, you know? Hey, them thing I make me get mad in myself, you know. Look on this. Look on this. You want to go spend billions. You know, say Andrew on this administration and go back with your people. Look on this.
Hold on. Alright, I'll fire down there going away like you want me to come out for game.
A $500 you tell me say pay for the cardboard, you know. Eh? Look on this now. I'm going to show you, you know. I'm show you say them now. For them head, me don't know where to go, you know. And you're going to like him do something. You want to see that? All right, look, this is West Point Hospital. The one of them are the same thing. Look here.
Good afternoon and welcome to the Midday News. Here's what we have.
Look here.
There have been disturbances in correctional facilities across the island.
No more.
Views on suggestions
So where we are, and we have been going to
to help. Bursting at the seams. That's how chairman of the Westmoreland Municipal Corporation, Bertil Moore, has described the situation at the Savannah Lamar Public
Look when
Hospital.
them share the people that look like bed too, no? The people them are going like them the Palm Beach. You put them like them the Palm Beach. Eh? Where say my pay back who more? Look on this. Look
For
there.
months, there have been cries for assistance to alleviate the number of people turning up to the health facility and to reduce the number of social cases. But at the latest sitting of the...
Right. So, you see me I talk about? So, me just go to one and two of them. See? If him care any at all, him that telling about him digitize on a record, that's the last thing him can think of. Let me just show you some of the little thing. Look here. Look here. Everywhere you turn, I see him.
Big Mix of Lama Hospital, no currency there. People there in the dark. Come people the chat. Chat. In the chat. See the no light Andrew Holness. We want justice. In the chat. No light.
Not even a backup generator. You see it? Eh? Me say them work back way. Them work back way. Me not joke. Where am I do a foolishness? We have to stop him. Tough tongue where you come with a idiot thing. You understand? You two be a face too. Because people are mash up like this. I want me to ask you to video this. Let me say if I it. Let me ask you video this. Look on this. Look on them and look like that to the people. So me have somebody have video this to me, you know. Can you remember me there everywhere, you know? Eh? You digitalize them paper. What does have to do with them? This not change this. It not changing the situation. So if a nurse call your name, whether she look on a computer or look on the paper and call your name, what that do to you? Just what to do? Give a brand new bed. This is a waste of money. This a wickedness, you know. Look here. Look how close them people are there together. If a man there join together, a woman and a man them they close together, so you know. Look one they could drip in. Look on the place where dirty. This can't be a hospital. Look on it. Look there. Look on them. Look on this.
Wow.
Eh? So I'm coming with something to say, yes, I mean digitize this. But it no make no use to you because listen, all right, let me break it down again to my people. You digitize that paper, if my name depend now, if my name depend the document where she have, I depend the computer where she look and call my name. That can get me better. That is not medication. That is not a bed. That is not a scanner. That is not nothing. You just always billions we could have spent come do them thing and make
to fix exactly. Seriously.
Well, if you tell Christopher Tough Tongue so foolish is him I come with. That no make no sense. You leave that for last. Fix the hospital. Make sure listen. Film job in our three things, you know. Full staff. Yeah? Full staff. I say full that means doctor, nurse, this full staff. And you make sure full equipment and medication. And if him do them thing, them good. Because full staff, that means if a doctor, nurse, janitor, that, you have equipment, you have the one of them thing or Maria talk about an herb, and the medication if you get better. So the pins them you not buy it, you know run out of nothing. Hospital, toilet tissue or something you run out of. The bathroom for clean. This and that.
Yeah, but
the people that in bathroom you catch germs.
Right. But here's the thing. We grew up in a system where you went to the hospital and there was a records department. You would go first and they would go and look through, they give your name and you'd see the files from A to Z, whatever. And they look for your name and bring out your file and whatever. We know that that system is unsustainable. However, it works. It works. Given the current situation that Jamaican hospitals are facing, it is better to maintain that system and put in place all the equipment, all the staff, all the pharmaceuticals needed to run the hospital efficiently. Now, when the hospital is running efficiently, then you digitize the system. You cannot digitize the system back ways.
You know what them used to do? If you leave and go, like say you would go to public, and you leave and go to university, but them do know for your record, somebody fax a copy or something if they want it. And them go up on them phone same time, them know what, and them just call and then get it. So, but that work for decades.
It worked. Yes, what I'm saying. Let's keep that system.
That we use. So it was no problem. Can you see them transport people to, you know, and them send the record and them get it back. You understand? Yeah. You understand? So them send you go down there so in an ambulance and them send the record with you so you know why you take and everything and them call and them know. Them get a copy of what the last time you come there and everything. But when I say no, you fix the things them that the people them can get the benefit from it, that them can get better and go one back or do something. But you can't say you digitize and spend 10 billion or 5 billion. Where you look, me talk to Dr. When name?
Dr. Dawes.
Inside. Yeah.
Dr. Dawes.
Dr. Dawes. And them tell us 600 odd million and tell you what it could have buy.
Yeah.
The 24 hospital it could have pushed in one CT scanning and the whole of them. 600 odd million and you have money left. But that means the 21 billion we must spend now, Maria. The 21 billion we must spend on Beryllium Hospital. That could have buy equipment for all of the hospital and left enough money.
It's a lack of proper management.
Not all. Yo, I chop money, you know. And enough people not realize, and then Andrew no break ground. Yeah, look how Andrew them full now. Over Portmore around 300 million people, believe it or not. 300,000 people, sorry, 300,000 people, believe it or not. And 100,000 more than that, right? Because you have to count the kids them and everything. It's a big dormitory. Now you have to build something at Spanish Town Hospital. You know build it in a Portmore. You build it in a Portmore. Instead of opening you build a clinic in a Portmore, where the most people them there. It was more than one hospital over there. You build it in a Portmore. See? Him go there, him a break ground. Him a break ground every can vote him a look, you know. Him run down the country. You have 8 ministers all in the paper, you know. 8 of them. When you look at beer money, billions of dollars chap, and you still talk about corruption. You are talking about corruption, Andrew. People have to tell you that you have no moral authority when I want to hear you talk about corruption, about your brother. Everything, a matter of fact, you said don't your trouble Zion, you know. I want me look here. You know, Maria, when me talk, me like show him, make him see himself, you know. No, him say don't your trouble Zion. Don't Zion. All right, Zion. No, him when them charge him and they never charge him. Him, no, the Prime Minister is Maria. You know, certain people very hypocritical though. Maria and her, very.
Yes, it is sad.
When a man got thief a goat, you hold him and chop him up and kill him, and you broadcast him right on the world of video him and put him and do him everything. You have police and everything. When them man and them car now, you go sing down to Trouble Zion with them.
Trouble Zion.
Very hypocritical. Me not join that. Uncle get up people alone, me see the paper them write up. You know, domestic this and that, but them big boy and them don't go prison and nothing at all. Hey, me know that with them. One law right across the board. One law. See? No, them they can charge him. Remember, they can charge him herb. And when them come back, Google them go meet him. I said Google them. And right. Them come back and sing down to Trouble Zion. And them people, them no good neither, you know. You catch these guys and you make an example out of them and so you get a better country. But no, tell me about Singapore. When you see a man back and aid and get criminality. Don't call no get a youth criminal, make me hear, man. No go with them, man. Not until you send some of them politicians and big boy go to prison.
Well, we know that's not going to happen.
Yeah,
especially one of the things I can tell you that the trial with our singer there, Vibes. What one thing that demonstrates to me is how easy it is for somebody to circulate around a courtroom offering money to jurors, and that the judges are in two minds what to do, and that the DPP who's supposed to prosecute bribery, who's aware of the case, she can go and tell the judge must make it go on. Just remind them of their oath. Right? Does that make any sense to you, Maria? She wants the judge to remind the jurors of their oath. The crime was not done once. 3 times the man do it.
Right.
And you're going to tell the judge, remind them of their oath? It's obvious this man don't care about his oath.
No, but yeah, this though.
But she doesn't care about her oath either.
Let's go up on the DPP, Mary. Because she not good for money, them should have sent her home for money. She do a lot of things where no right in a side, because if you just come to a mistrial, I could just talk about the trial, right? Because I watch a trial. If you see a man in a jury and him come in the jury and him come and him offer money and thing, you know says a mistrial that. The DPP if you know better. So she should get charged. She should even there, you know. All the judge should get charged too. Because mistrial, can you imagine how much more get to you them do one bag of thing and she just do a lot of things and wrap up and do pay foolishness. That's check ugly pay 5. I'll be a foolishness she do. Because that is a mistrial. You understand? Nobody never have to tell her this. And then it costs the people, it costs Jamaican taxpayers millions of dollars. I know it can cost them millions again because this woman will not trim her Santa. Yeah? Come up with her foolishness. She had the problem. And then the judge playing to that as she. You understand? So she had the biggest problem. That she forgot shave her Santa Maria. Yeah? She forgot shave her that strike 5. Yes? Eh? Me see one of them I talk about the other day. Oh, yesterday. Me somebody talking. See how they watch the gap. When you see the gap, bigger work this. That's not a DPP, you know. That me don't know what that for, you know. She just go about her business, you know. Me see somebody attack and me say, before Maria come in, me say, G2K, germs to kill run out. I talk about the man for apologize to strike 5. Apologize to what? And me them for come to, hey, you know who used to run G2K? See some of the farmer member your people. Germs to kill. Wanna know them? Look on them good. Wanna see them? See John Kojaki there. See Bug Life there. Frankenstein there. The one I call Anjo. And see Apocalypse there. So you have Frankenstein, John Kojaki, Bug Life and Apocalypse. Them all, look how them mash up the place right now. So them leave that now. I run out if you don't want to see that picture with them, show them when Bug Life come up himself, Apocalypse come up himself, you know. See them there? See Drunko jacket, name jacket there too, you know. Yes. See? And them used to spread the propaganda and do the bag of things. So you know, so G2K no good none tal. None tal. Yeah? Yeah, man. Yeah, at them that you see now, you see them run up and down now, do one bag of things, you know. That are the one that TDP car wait one name. Yeah,
TDB, yeah, TPD call.
I that cut up the people them off and look money.
Right.
And then I one they know where them are in a sentence where them are say them are fix and I say him do it. That's the one when Drunko jacket. That's the one Drunko jacket. I know Bug Life already. You don't know about Bug Life.
I'm sorry.
I don't know Frankenstein.
Stop. Wait. You said Drunko jacket. I'm sorry.
You know, well, and you know, it's a Drunko jacket. It's a Drunko jacket, them man. It's a Drunko jacket.
Mercy.
Yeah, man. See him bring them and fly out there. You know what I see them?
Oh, gosh.
No. And Apocalypse. Yes. See? Yeah, man. See? Them. A part of the young arm. So you have some next one now, young arm. You know, use Tiger Balm, yeah? You know, use Tiger Balm. Both them come tell people about withdraw this. Like, important. You know, government, you have 8 member of parliament and them people. I don't know what in the mouth. You know, good for Jamaica. You know, for go away.
Right.
Yes, ma'am.
No, but the DPP situation should be concerning to every well-thinking Jamaican, in the words of Andrew Holness. And her actions in one situation speaks to the problem across the board. Mm-hmm. What is her prosecution rate? Or conviction rate? 5%? Right.
Sub-zero.
You know? And most of the people she brings before the court, most of them walk. Now, you have situations where she's putting people away on circumstantial evidence, i.e. Ninja Man, and many others like himself, circumstantial evidence. And she has information, evidence in front of her that she can prosecute people for. And she has not done so. Why? Because of who is involved and the office they hold. Yeah. No, that is not fair. Yeah. Because justice must be blind. It mustn't have a color. It mustn't have a class. It must be blind and must be applied equally across the board. And she's yet to do so. And she wasted tax by not doing her job. By not doing her job. It doesn't matter what a person does. They can be guilty, but still you cannot violate their human rights. You cannot violate their constitutional rights. And she violated somebody's constitutional rights and wasted tax. It would have cost less money if she had done the right thing in the beginning than to allow the situation to play out all the way to the Privy Council. It cost taxpayers more money to send her to England. Why did she go? You see? Back. So it cost taxpayers money. Yes, it cost taxpayers money, more money, to do what we're forced to live with right now. All because she did not do her job. And she knows better. But what was she protecting? Not her integrity, because she has none. But she was protecting her reputation, knowing that what she was doing was wrong. I don't understand her mindset. And there are too many situations, too many cases where she has not lived up to her office. She has not lived up to her office. She has been playing favors, political favors, and doing political jobs instead of doing her job as the chief prosecutor for the country. So one law for the rich and another for the poor. The poor man gets pressured, the rich man gets a slap on the wrist. Yeah, and so whatever that candidate in St. Mary said, I forgot his name right now, about Paul Lulin, he is right, and he's not saying something that everybody else isn't saying. Everybody is saying the same thing, and many people are even going further to say that she should demit office.
But you know, as I said before, germs to kill, gonorrhea to kill, that a G2K. Them no run out. I mean, I tell you, say, remember them no good fit. Remember the young harm, you know. Andrea, young harm. When them do them run out, them not correct nothing. I say them are back the country, you know. Them on go run out and I tell the opposition, yo, apologize. Una no fan, una way, you know, man. You think we remember them four, yeah? These are the destructive four. We're the fantastic four, you know, fantastic five. Them are the destructive four right now. Them are what former member of Germs to Kill. The four of them. Drunko Jacket, somebody does tell me to play it back. Drunko Jacket, Frankenstein, Bug Life, and Apocalypse. The four of them. Yeah? Yes. The four of them did I run that before. Yeah? Wanna see them? Remember show Apocalypse in a thing, you know, when he put on him suit, you know. See him there when he put on his suit. You see Apocalypse, Maria? Mm-hmm. Yes. You see female every 1 year. Eh? Watch Bug Life him. Drunko Jacket winger, me know it has scratch up my youth, but I say it go. And see Frankenstein there. Yeah. See? Yeah, man, the four of them. So when me see them run out and talk about Apollo for what? Them no free, man. Una no relevant, man. But you go sit down, una help mash up the place. Una help destroy the place. Yes.
Check this out, Wayne. Why is it that the Integrity Commission has not investigated what happened in that jury room?
Exactly.
And what happened with the judge and the DPP?
Right.
Right? In handling it. Because you cannot fail to report a crime to the police. You can't tell the jurors them go back and deliberate and let's get out of here.
No, it right. No, but it did. I'm not. But that serious note, I mean, I've go along with Herb. It name a mistrial. You know what? Went go and you get some jury and then you send this guy, you charge him and you send him go to prison. So when you do that now, what come on now? Them know says a serious case. This door and put it. It's simple. She should do the right thing. But this is what she do. She not charge Patrick Bailey neither. She costs when
that is a problem.
Real greed. You understand? Anything with them. I know. She not even say, hey, listen me. Go to the SSL boss and come and talk to them. Them kill Kevin Smith and she say, oh, him did molest a big man in a young man in Canada and get 6 months.
In Canada.
Nobody no business about that. But we not talk about him in Jamaica because him deceased. But you talk about him same time, you know, in Canada, you know. Different jurisdiction.
And that has nothing to do with the situation in Jamaica.
Because them plan on kill him because they know too much thing about them. Them kill him. And I know them to talk to the white van to make sure.
Well, how about
much
the
damage if you go at the egg. That all ugly, that all egg. If you go at the egg.
Yeah. How about the deputy director of prisons? Where him car go off the road.
Them get rid of him too.
Him come out of the car and then go
and himself. Yes.
I mean,
That's
what kind of story is that?
What? Yes.
Yeah. All him know, you should be able to come and say the man in himself. No, you fly off a cliff around 500 feet and go down there with the car. And not the first never hear this. And then you come out and climb a tree and hang yourself. You don't get to do something, no, the car, you just go hang yourself. That makes sense?
That don't make any sense to me.
Eh?
And you know what? Ratty said something last night. It is time to tell the Deputy Commissioner for Crime, Fitzbailey, it's time to retire.
Yeah.
The new commissioner need to retire him and get somebody else in there. Maybe Sutherland.
I watch them, I mean, some of them not clean neither, you know. We just tell it up front.
This is the thing. You might forget rid of the ones that are not clean. Move the young ones them up. Get the young ones them in position. And they'll back
too much things. And you know, Andrew do a reverse psychology right now where he might tell about who corrupt. I mean, I said, you just think down your brother, you don't have no moral authority to talk to nobody. I want to know do nothing for the people. They want to spend the money, them I want to know where to go. You understand? We don't know where the money I go. But I know so them set up people, them rich no backside. Me I telling the truth. And the first member of parliament, this way you look on them background, them not have nothing but they're rich right now.
Yeah.
Rich in a Jamaican term. Hundreds of millions. Some of them cars that pass over $1 million Jamaican. Oh, that possible? Oh, it possible, Herb?
Did they come into government with any money? Any portion of money? And also, well, Integrity Commission has to be the one to answer all them questions.
No, but you see them a pressure integrity, you know, so they what them do, man. Yeah, that's why I say it have a change. Something have a change. You can't keep them. You understand? Them can't keep, man. Too much corruption, man. You understand?
Well, the other thing, the Magnitsky Act that the US has, is the other act that can take care of all of these people. Because there's a record amount of them, you know. The US spoke about this corruption before. And they still haven't made any moves yet. So, it's going to be up to what we do come June when we meet with the Congress people.
Yeah.
To see if they can push this along.
It's time for pushing on Herb. Because we can't afford to them do this no longer. Because remember, you know, them now do the duty of the people, them, you know. All the Prime Minister do is go around, them are going to tell you how much money they spend, but you not see it on paper. Them say, we'll do this, and then they break up nothing. Them all the figures that go up on GIS, them for break it down and show you how them spend it and who them pay. That means you for freedom of information. So you for go and look and say, hey, I want to who get the contract, and we want to look if them the gazette something. We want to look at one of these things. Because them people now run the country not running right. Them people are in them pocket. Yeah, and them feel like arrogance to kill, you know. Here why them are cut back now. People. You see the local government, it shake them up, you know. Because them come out with a bag of money and say we can't lose nothing, you know. A matter of fact, see Agintai, him are the male culprit. See here what Agintai said, people. Hear this, Agintai. Remember right, when people want me think quick, let me tell you, you have to do your thing quick now. You have to just, if you know the name, them you're good on my computer.
Morning, them can't 2 new beaten tick come. In St. James on the one estate.
1.
In Hanover, 2 new beaten tick. In Westmoreland on the one estate. St. Elizabeth and Manchester, we have new beaten stick. And the 1 seat them have a Manchester, we are going that.
1 seat. People but the Manchester, you know, the whole 4 road lose it, you know. And Utah yard. You tired? You don't know you tired, right? You tired. Him lose 2 out of him 3 too. Yes. I know over the whole 7 gone. I'm say I wanna stay. The whole 7 gone. In a Westmoreland, around 12. I must have 3 then get. Jenna follow them. This is where I'm right. Look here.
In Clarendon, only one man is returning.
Yeah, that's that tie in a Clarendon because Bug Life get all beaten, you know. I think he lose around 2. So the one where them turn, I saw them forget the Clarendon thing. When them say this are for the woman and that are for that, because that did have a tie down there. You understand? You must know. Eh? Look here.
And we want to say to Philip Enriquez, put your hand properly on him, Philip. In St. Catherine, them all gone.
St. Catherine and PNP, all that and all over Portmore too. Can you remember 2 different counts today, right? Yes. So I'm saying them all gone. I'm self-attack. All right, continue.
In St. Thomas and Portland, 4 new beaten.
Them they know appear thief in go and them 2 places there. Cause the man win down there and come out, and when them come out, they look them find 7. Them go in find 7. Yes, man. And Portland appear 5 vote. And 9 o'clock after 9, the thing still open down there. That for stop. All right, hear this.
And so help me God in St. Mary, 3 brand new preke.
3 brand new preke. And the preke, him alone at the brand new preke, you know. Him himself and it. Him himself and it at the preke. Just look for him and say him alone at the preke. Him alone at 3 now 1. Yeah? Ag in tie. Brand new preke. Eh? When St. Mary, you know, sir, at the PNP guy with all of that. He lose 2 out of him 3 to people. So when you look on all them kind of talk, you know, when them come with herb. It make any sense, man? Them appear arrogant to kill, you know. In a St. James, them knock down 3 of them there, and then Malawi mattress run out, and I say, the mattress run out. Them buy vote, nobody no buy vote. Nobody no buy vote. The people them are doing fundraising. I have them fundraiser thing, me see it. Them are the fundraising. Uno are the buy voter. Uno introduce buy vote to the world. And them introduce, you know that, Maria, right?
Yeah.
And them introduce buy vote to the world.
But the only
they're
thing
complaining.
What was captured this time was them same one that sell votes, buy votes.
Exactly.
And them buy the vote and the people them sell it. But when we tell the people them say, when they take them on, they don't vote for them. So some of the vote them what them buy, you know, what them say, what them buy, you know. People them capture their money and vote for them. So them start complaining now. Eh? And then you have 1 or 2 people, they come and say, what are the 2 sides? I say, show me the other side, the man, I have no buy vote. Show me the other side, maybe show it too. Eh? Yeah. Yeah.
So you see, but such is the level of hypocrisy, though, you know, because they were caught. They cannot just come out and say, you know, this should not be happening. They have to implicate others. Because in the implicating of others, they weren't able to show any evidence to say, yes, they were doing it too. All the evidence pointed to them and them alone. So that is something that they need to address.
I'm telling you something, and it's not bad feel no way. You see, there are more different from us that come out and then rush them trim thing and thing, and them go with corruption. And your Holness administration are the most corrupted administration in a human history. Me not saying Jamaica, you know. Me I look through other corrupted place, and your Holness administration are the most corrupted administration in a human history. In the world. Not even 80 corrupted like Andrew. The man them just stand up for them rights and bust gun. But when we talk about real corruption, Andrew beat them. Andrew administration beat it. Believe it or not. The man so corrupted. When you look, all right, count the amount of corruption where them go on with Agintai alone. Him alone. Yeah. Just count the amount of corruption my film name call up in. From FLA go right back, Bushing scandal, the 400 million, so the 600 million, so down there, so when them go down at alcohol, the amount of corruption is unbelievable. Agintai, the car. And yes, still owners have put up them 1 man, you know. Then when you look now, the jackass, that's the one from down in St. Elizabeth, where the donkey go get the woman, the cubby. Yeah? the jackass. When you look the land business down there, so when you look him other thing with him and him woman where do a play thing him go on with down there. But again tie beat everybody. Remember, you know, tough tongue too, you know, can market me, you have beryllium, you have so much thing with tough tongue. Some of the money when we say 400 million when I account for some of the money we see tough tongue go do rice. Me see them brother, some corruption there you can't even talk about them. And the first never see so much corruption in our administration. Never yet. In the history of humankind. Never. And you sit down and leave it out. And you wanted to say it is not corruption. I'm dangerous, man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
a true man.
You've got
Trish. It's very corrupted. Very. Yeah? And then when Andrew gets whopping now, Americans are killing him because Andrew just said, yo, Radam, only look a boy 15 years. And right now, every youth is a star. You don't make him try Chikuno. Bumbasa grass. Hey, the amount of corruption. It's unbelievable. It's unbelievable. I have them here, so let me send them to you. Hey, yes, when you count them Herb and Maria, yes, no man. Oh, this there, so. I just threw the police, them corrupted too, you know. They want them up there, son. The DPP, she corrupted too. So, you know, none of them don't get charged. It's a corrupted cult. Them a cult. First rock. At him again. At him.
But, you know, the thing is, you know, you cannot address, nothing in Jamaica can be addressed until there's accountability. You cannot address a corruption until the accountability issue is addressed. And, you know, the Integrity Commission is tasked with that responsibility. But they seem to have their hands tied because they can do so much and no more. And I think that the Jamaican people, the media, PSOJ, and all those civic organizations, they really need to stand up and speak out on behalf of the Jamaican people, some of them who are afraid to speak up out of fear of retaliation from the government, and to call these things out because it is destroying the country. The corruption problem is costing the country too much money. The amount of money that is lost to corruption could fix the hospitals, the schools, the police stations, the roads, the fire stations, pay the teachers properly. And nobody seems to care. All you can hear about is cost overruns, and nobody's launching an investigation. And that is why I say the DPP is really wasting taxpayers' money, because these are things that she can investigate. She can initiate these investigations, and she can prosecute people found guilty of running afoul of the law. She can do that. Why has she not been doing that? But yet she can pressure everybody else. Even though she might not win many of those cases, she can do that, while so many things are staring her in the face, and it affects the poor people more than it affects anybody else.
Yes,
because they're the ones who do not have the resources that they need, the facilities, the agencies to go to get help for themselves and their families. And they're the ones who have to walk on the bad roads. They're the ones who have to drive on it. They're the ones who have schools that are broken. They're the ones who have hospitals. And they're the ones dealing with it on a daily basis. So the corruption problem must be addressed in order to right the ship and make the country a better place.
But it cannot get addressed when you have such a corrupted government itself. And then I call people corrupted. When you say something like this, let me say what Roland say. Look on this. Anytime government resort to blaming the opposition for its failure to deliver on their mandate and their responsibilities to the people, it is a clear sign that they have accepted that they have outlived their usefulness. Yeah, well, that's a total. Don't not true that.
That is true.
Yeah.
It is.
Because I'm going to do is blame the opposition, you know. Remember, you know, people, 8 years. And them blame the opposition by a new set of people and everything, and still blame them. Him still come and blame them.
And they had a mandate. they had the highest amount of seats.
Yes.
They could
Yeah.
change in the constitution. And them
Yeah.
what them do with the mandate. All them do is just take money
They
and
abused it.
appropriate. Yeah.
And when them turn and I said, but me not corrupt, but when you look on the building where them put up and the amount of money them make, and them abuse people, them abuse poor people. I'm a mash up people style, them do everything, the arrogance to kill. But this kind of humble them. Because you have now, them tricky me now, because them say, listen, you can't lose again. Me here again time. You're going to win for 8 term, and 9 term, and 10 term. Remember, you know, 10, 5 or 55 years, you know. Same as say, they have 50 years and them no move. That means we dead and gone, you know. Because you have to look for your age group now and them, you're in your 100. See? That if we have enough, we gone. Same as say, Andrew, he never say Andrew dead and gone either, you know. He might there feel like at any amount of time, me hear Queenie with it too. And all them women, so 20 times, but them never know. Listen, the reason why you get where in a 2020, the people them did run a little election with the PNP and then them divided. So I'm not trying to do is keep the people them divided and rule. The people them not fool no more. When them done with that, them done with that. And when you have furry teeth, and then him love it, you know, can say a furry mouth run out, and when furry mouth at him I say yes. Nobody no listen to furry mouth. That a furry mouth. Furry mouth a waste your baggage too. So nobody now listen to firm out. See? So him feel him could have just divide because him can't beat them naturally, you know. Him feel could have just divide the people them and continue stepping at them neck. It's not gonna work. And the people them want to see people go to prison. Them want politicians get charged and go to prison. And them say the government are willing to send them colleagues to prison. So them need to move the government and then send who guilty to prison. Are stealing the people their money and stealing the wealth of the country. You understand? When make crap go and break him going, you know. You understand? Crap for us move to, you know. Yes, man.
See what I saw here was back in March of last year. That juror who tainted the trial and caused all these problems. He's only 9 months in jail him get.
Yeah.
Now, think about that. 9 months in jail, and look how much money the trial has cost.
Millions.
With up in London, and then with the how come they didn't find him that money? If him had that much money to go bribe people, how come they don't discover who the money came from? That's
right.
Simple. We never going at that. We just say, come in, never go so deep. From him come and him do this, it name mistrial. You don't waste taxpayers' money. It's check 5 to get charged and think that she forget kick out. She should have go home long time because she has zero performer in a bit. Brother, she are one of them in a this. No man, pana serious what if you ask any liar them that tell you. She forget kick out because as she do this. She does some boy. See her that she green. See her there, you know. You see her Maria. You see her there. Look on your right hand side. She's strike 5 there, no, strike 5. See how there?
It's what they call misconduct in office.
Yeah, so now you see that in a that now, she have to get kicked out, she have to get charged. Because you know, she go talk to the judge and the judge should get charged, the judge should know better than that. Because it costs taxpayers a lot of money if you do something like that. So when you do that, now you have a mistrial. Because you remember, you know, try to get convicted in anything for even do criminality. It not works so. That's why I tell the police you can't be the law for open law and a break law for open law. It no works neither. You're a criminal. You forget charge. You want to go away. You want to help mash up the country too. That's true.
But the very oath that she's talking about to uphold is the very oath that she disrespected.
Yeah.
You know? So the truth is she's compromised. She's compromised. And going forward, it's going to make anything she does questionable. It was questionable before. It's going to be even more questionable now.
That is it.
I thought her case was in court. Well, they're suing to prevent her from serving any more time.
Yeah,
Well,
because you know usually what them do that. No, but what them do, you remember said Chuck and Andrew them them dangerous, you know. Remember them
Yeah,
come
because
together
they
and
put it
pass
through. Yeah.
ordinance and extend the time, you know. So it make this case is not relevant again because if you extend the time, and them not do it like a she, them a move, you know. Them a move an next one where around and just turn 50. Where she have an next 10 years to go through, so not she. Right? You know, they're the officer. So them just move the two of them like the two of them. This is where them sit down and do. Them not work for the people, them work for themselves. Because them want she to protect them. See that there are corruption shadow, you know. That one of the most corrupted piece of filth. She Google Gaga was the next piece of nastiness. You can't, and Google Gaga, and I like, no care where you run, go. You are Google Gaga. So I like your gateway. I'll make go private, like, hey, me hear them and say them want to send Google Gaga, go turn him in a senator. But me say, that, only does, say fair. Me say fair, go put him in a senator seat. You can't have to save him life. I just say, I want to hold him in. Well, me not send him. You notice me not send nothing. Me well want them send him over there. Eh?
So,
me well want them send that over there.
Instead of Sir Gooks, Maria go on for say Senator Gooks.
Senator Gooks.
I know me send that Major General Gooks. One of them go down there, man. I down them.
But you know,
all them need to do, I'm a fact. Turn him in the president of the Senate. So take out that power father-in-law and give him the job. Take that power father-in-law step aside. Yeah, and give Google the job. Let me catch him. I want to hold him. Don't get me want to hold him in.
But you know something, Wayne and Sir Herb, when you know, make light of certain situations. But when you look at the broader picture, that is why Jamaica cannot be better, because they're recycling dysfunctional people.
Yeah.
And so the people who are qualified to do the jobs do not get to do the job because they're not yes people. They will do their jobs and, for the betterment of the country, but they're not getting the opportunity to do so. So they keep recycling the same baggage over and over. It's like a conveyor belt of dysfunction.
You can second you, Maria. Them recycling, what them the recycling what? Dysfunctional what? People. Animal and creatures.
That too.
People, animal and creatures. Who got a creature, who got no. So you have to animal and creatures. Yes. Yeah. You got one of the creature then. Yeah, so animal like drunk jacket and them thing. So them them recycle dysfunctional people, animal and creatures. Yeah, man. Yeah, man. See?
Yeah, because if you look at the corruption, remember Herb was reading a piece earlier in the show, and it talked about the corruption and named some persons. Those persons are still in either in the government or in some leadership capacity.
They never move them. Yeah.
They never move them.
Yeah.
So when the Prime Minister speaks, yes, sir, Herb, go ahead.
No, I was gonna say, how long did it take for them to move the Dr. Wheatley and then the other Roy Reid?
Roy Reid.
Them 5 things stay. And when it come out and them start digging things before it move. Can't wanna move. And when the woman, I'm not a fuck. You the police, them go for the old woman. And she says, it's not me, listen. Me have a book there. It's the man, daughter, and him wife. And them just put my name. And them draw the money me sign. Them keep the book. Them keep everything. Then give me 30,000.
Yeah. I remember that. And now with the woman from SSL.
Yes.
You know, them want to kill she.
She didn't do it was the owner.
Yes.
And then turn the owner loose and hold on to her.
Yeah, because she come out to the affidavit and tell us, listen, him sanction me, tell me if I go do this and everything good. They make me take care of me. So that and that. Remember, she don't have the money. I remember you have this run out and tell life on the woman people. This year run out. Remember showing who run out and tell life on the woman. Me like showing me no business. So this run out and tell life on the woman. Yeah. Yeah, man. So Big Mama run out. Big Mama, Big Mama Fake poll. Big Mama run out and tell lie on the people, on the woman. Yeah? Big Mama the same day back road to right? Yeah, but Big Mama the same day back road, you know. So Big Mama run out and tell lie. Say the woman own the apartment. Luxurious apartment. Who the Big Mama radio? Not never go so.
Right. They made it seem as if she stole the money and bought the apartment complex.
Yes.
That's what they're trying to intimate. And you're right, it didn't go so at all. But you know, they are stuck with so many scandals.
Yeah.
And when I look at the few scandals the PNP had, not even the traffic bureau scandal that makes so much noise over, come up to them anywhere near the amount of money.
What it does so you hear what them say scandal. Traffic guru, remember I got caught. So let me explain them to people now. So traffic guru is a company like you have Shell and you have Grace Kennedy and them thing they lift oil. Okay, work for the government. Okay. So it registered in a Dutchland.
Yeah.
Over there, so. Yeah? In a Europe. Yeah? All right. It said in a film place, it said, listen, you must not donate to a political party, which them did. 31 million. A woman are working at the bank going to tell Bruce, I think she dead now. Bruce turned it now a scandal. Remember, you know, Grace Kennedy and the one of them donate money to political party. People overseas donate money to political party. A matter of fact, Biden must have raised around 50 million just now again. He raised 100 before, he raised the next 50 million. Can we just see it on TV just now? Trump raised less. Right? Because people donate money. And that's how it should have go, you donate money. Them donate the money. All right, Portia said carry it back, she carry it back. The man them run and say scandal. This is not 1 cent. This is not a taxpayer's money. And a money with thief or nothing like that. Okay. Them carry it back. You know what them do with Strike 5? Them said Strike 5 to come talk to the former prime minister and other member, Paul and the whole of them. You remember them have to go up, they move something, spend money in a Jamaica. Our people, them, you know, our taxpayers' money. That them have to answer. You know what happened now over Netherlands? In a Netherlands, Dutchland, Netherlands. If you find, say, them did break Netherlands law and give a political party, only thing them do is charge them, the company, a money. Because you breach. So it never something where you thief or nothing at all. Nothing, no, they panic. You know, that's because of the government or because this and that. Because look how much contract them give back them. Right now, look how much contract them give to our kind of people. So them say it's a scandal, but it was no scandal. And not something when nobody thief no money. And not something like that. Jamaica no lose a cent. Yes, it lose some millions because Strike 5 and the government of the day force spend the money and use the court. If you come and say, yes, we get it for a donation. So I'm going to think them going to say, thank you and it done. It done. Them going to use the people as witness so they can go back in a Netherlands and can come and say, Herb, you are on the company, so I charge the company €2 million because you break the rule. Nothing else, you know. And something what if something. I better you have that you call that a scandal more than 600 and odd million go for Bush and no take it, to not chop it. Or 1 million for car, Herb. And I know when I get the car them. Herb?
You talk about your Brian deal there.
Any one of them deal there. So them don't understand and then that criminality. So when them come and say scandal, traffic good, the mother of our traffic good, you know, say them I eat that. Because them take on for dons. Them can explain that to you know. That was not scandal. That remember the case keep down there, you know. Here some people, them will go to prison for what? If you donate something to my party, me never have return it back because in the company, in the country you register, if them find out say you donate, them will just charge the company your money. Because them say don't donate to no political party, you do that. You break for them rule over there. Not Jamaican rule. Jamaican rule you could have donate. Okay? So there is not somebody thief something. Even Mama Peter turn it back and never say scandal that. When if you look on the real scandal, market me up and a scandal like chopping money. Barely you're chopping money I know. Look at you move from couple hundred couple 100 million, to 2 million, to 3 million, to 5. When you make interview to 10. And then it's a 14 point at now at 21.4 billion dollar. Billion. And I know you did 14 and you not see the building moving up, but you add 7.8 million. But that
This
means
is why I said, where's the paperwork? Where the paperwork?
Exactly.
All right.
Exactly.
Then they have shopping money, brother man. And the man
Yeah, but you know something, Wayne and Sir Herb, but you know something, Wayne and Sir Herb, when you look at the corruption problem facing the Andrew Holness-led administration, do you realize that he's at the center of all of this?
Him are the biggest,
Because
him are the biggest liar, and
we have to go back to when he was Minister of Education, because even the same piece that Sir Herb read, it talked about starting businesses overseas and all that. Now we can say this: Mark Golding started his business overseas, but Mark Golding did not come into politics and then start his business overseas. He was a businessman prior to getting into politics. He has since put his businesses overseas to Maria. He has since put his businesses into a trust. That's what I'm saying.
Maria. So these people are people with them business overseas, so no problem. But
right. So I'm saying no. Right. So I'm saying no. The Prime Minister got into government, and then it's after he became got into government that he registered businesses overseas. All right, that is one. But look at the major issues. Look at the major issues surrounding the Prime Minister. 2 years running, he's yet to have his statutory declarations verified. Those are some serious issues.
Yep.
And those must be properly ventilated. They are yet to be ventilated. We're going into the 3rd year now for him to have his. As a matter of fact, he said he was written to a 3rd time by the Integrity Commission. It should not have happened the first year. It should not have gone on the first year without him being held accountable for that. It was ignored, swept under the carpet, then a 2nd year. Now we're into a 3rd year waiting on him to make his statutory declarations. Okay, that's just one part of the Prime Minister's connection to the corruption problem in Jamaica. Now you add his wife into it. She has an $800 million project, and this is just one of the projects that we know of. The word on the ground is that she has many more projects going on. All right, but the one that is in the news is the $800 million project at Leeds Flat. No, that is in violation of so many permits and building codes. And those are things that this is the Prime Minister and his wife, who is a member of Parliament and also the Speaker of the House. Now, we talk about the corruption of his underlings. When you have these two people with this around them, what do you think the people coming below them are going to do? They're not going to do any different, because nobody can hold them accountable because their leader himself has questionable behavior. So who is going to hold them accountable?
So one of the things I think that has to happen is that there's no way they should let anybody off the hook from here on out. There's just too much money that's lost in government.
Yeah.
And now that Andrew come up with this scheme to use the medical area as the pot of gold, pretty much.
Yeah.
Right? Is that for the elections next year? Is that what his plan is?
Yeah, election. Yeah, election.
Yeah, all of this.
Right. Let me tell you what Andrew think. Him think say no, remember the youth, I want to kill up. Me just talk straight. I want to see it. From 2017, the man come with Zozo, then state of emergency, and him try everything. Remember, you know, he might do everything for us get a youth. You can't go, you're in Jamaica now, the youth, them are endangered species. If you live in a Kingston and you leave and go in a Westmoreland and police you, him not pick up your face and go lock you up and ask you where you come from, where you do down here and all kind of things. Remember, you know, Jamaica, you there, you know. And Miami, you're gone, you know.
Right. You're still in Jamaica.
And yes, I remember the constitution back you. Unless me come and do something here, me a great crime, no, you deal with me. You're not supposed to mail me. I'm a freedom of movements and everything. But through these people don't have no money now to tackle them. You see them a violate the youth, them and them to stop it. Me no business with them answer, them need to stop it. If you want to stay out, you have all the time to go watch and see where him go and all kind of little things, you know. And you know it's a house there is a troublemaker house, it sell drugs and gun and them and over them gang out. You could have moved to him. But you know just see people, you just see them and you ask where you come from. But a white man in your country can go anywhere as a tourist, although I'm a pedophile. Although I'm a trafficker, human trafficker. Yeah? And I'm a depend the hunt. But him go anywhere you protect him. The police them protect him. You know see apartheid that going in the country, Maria and Herb. You know, see what I do to the youth, them and do to the country.
A serious trust issues and serious problems.
Of course.
With the fact that you have a double standard.
Right?
Double standard.
And that's why tourists get away with crimes.
Yes.
That's why. Did that guy serve time when? The same one we followed. The one that messed with the young girl, the pedophile.
And them said, I think he must have gone to serve time now because the one when I broke the pencil.
Yes.
The one that they called me. Yeah, him now, I talk about Fatty and Slimmy. And me I listen to him about people tell him to call me. Him thinks me I easy somebody. Him guilty. Him a one of them a trafficker. Him got them molest the completely. Because him say him divorce. Him have 2 little son. Him have 2 little grandson. Him not buy nothing for them. But man tell him Jamaican, tell him say, you go to Jamaica and you get to man in a 5 minutes. Girl! So him go down the net and a chew. Him talk to woman who have little baby daughter at 6 and 7 and 10 and 11. He love them thing there. He coming like the drunk. Yes. He coming like that thing here. People him coming like that. Me like talk and show no, you know, because around here so, me like show no. Him coming like this. Same thing that, yeah man, he coming like this. Yeah? He coming like a drunk, yeah. Pay 13-year-old and them thing, there's a man thing too, you know. Yes. See? He coming like that thing there. Yeah? So him now, him talk more than one time, I pay a little bit and him carry ties, go give them and them thing there. Him spooky. Him a call the girl fatty, but yet still a mother clean him house all the while film. So him know her name. I said, I want them to talk. And him not call them by name. Him is a serial pedophile. Just him talking and everything, you know, him profile them and everything. Him call the father cokehead Rob. But you say you don't know him. And I want to see him, but you call him cokehead and you go in the house and no moon and it dark. But you can't see everything with the man do. But yet still you couldn't see nothing. He fool your father. He don't know him I talk to, you know. Come and listen to him. You know what? So I listen to him.
Yeah.
And then I break my prince. You know, what's that for? I'm going to say, so you plan to spend 20 years in there for what? Don't find him guilty, man. Ask him.
But did the sentence ever come out in the paper?
I don't think so. What my sister them did find him and them that sentence him. I think he got in prison now. Because America go see him now and go left him now. And then tell some other people and them a call and say, you know what, him innocent and them a do the police them now do nothing. You talk about the girl and you know, see her menses and you put her on a 12-year-old. I know your daughter. But you take her up and bike and carry her your yard. So the man say, carry her back in the morning, carry the thing, come give me. You know, see a traffic in him a do. With him lie self, with him big old dirty rusty lie self. Eh? And them allow him in the country if he continue coming till him do this. Go check him now. I just see some other people now that enough more look up at him do that too, you know. Him shouldn't come out of prison, you know. Him is a terms. So these people get to roam the place in a Jamaica and do these things. But the youth, them know if you move from one place to the other, right away you're a criminal because you don't look. You know, fit apart. Maria Herb, them judge you by your look in Jamaica, you know.
Yeah.
So if you have a one pants and you have to wash it and put it on, you have a little tear and then you know read your shoes, mash up and then you look away, you know, get for treatment. Right away he's a criminal. Believe me. You are a criminal in the sight of the police and in the sight of the big boys them. You are a criminal. You can't tell them nothing. See? Them have to draw down upon you and diss you because you're a criminal. And that's so bad though. Sometimes you need help more than anything else, but you're a criminal in a freedom side. A country can't go forward like this. You can't.
Yeah, the person who is wearing a suit and tie is assumed to be a decent and honorable person.
Yes. But them are the real criminal though, you know. The government knows a chopper government, you know. A chopper government is, then if you have 8, them on go count 8, but look how much more than 8 though. In a film thing, you have 8 of them. And you have more now. You have more. Some of them names just like say no good. No good. Andrew want to tell the same clean. And him a sing down to trouble Zion when them not charge him, but him clean. Them a say the time gone. You know why them not charge him, Herb? Marie, remember why them not charge him? Because the time gone. I know nothing else, you know.
But the person who was it the corruption prosecutor who made that decision, or the DPP? But one of the two of them made that decision.
Corruption prosecutor.
It wasn't her call.
The same thing, yes.
Right. It wasn't her call to make. But you know what you think about it, when you think about it, going into an election year in a few months, Andrew Holness doesn't have the credibility to be a leader anymore. And it is high time that the media, PSOG, and everybody take him to task for his statutory declarations. It cannot be business as usual. And it is high time they take the speaker to task on the various projects that she has. They need to do an investigation into all these members of parliament, ministers of government, councillors, what they had before, what do they have now? How did they come by these things? There needs to be a full investigation into these things, because you see, all you can hear is we spent $40 billion on what? Because you don't see it on the ground.
Yep.
Right? But yet the money is finished. Yet you have a few people who had nothing before, and all of a sudden they have businesses here, they have trucks there, they have apartment buildings there. So something has to be amiss there. Something has to be wrong. So the investigators need to come in and do their investigation to find out who had what when. How did they acquire these things? And what does not match up? Yeah, and what does not match up to their salary should be taken from them and sold, auctioned, and the money put back into the government coffers. If it's a building, repurpose the building. Repurpose the building. You have apartment buildings and they're violated the building codes. If it must be taken down, take it down. It can't, because if it was somebody else, that would happen.
Look, Albert in the group is saying corruption has no statute of limitations under the Constitution of Jamaica. Right?
When say corruption,
it has no limitations. In other words, you can try them.
Yes.
10, 15 years later. Yeah.
Yeah. So Herbert say convicted. Okay. Him said it. The man gets 17 years.
17 years. Yes.
17 years. Yeah.
Yeah, kind abuse. Yes. Yeah. That American sentence 17 years. 17 years too little for him, man. At 20, me that ask him every man to spend some time, but
yeah, 20.
So them little better than me, still him good.
But maybe the judge was listening to you and him say I gave him a 3-year break.
So them hold him well. Can the judge, if the judge let him go be a fire, me offering for the judge, you know. Can you can't let go him, you know? You couldn't let him go. Me find him guilty already. The judge now just collect your money and just send him to prison. Eh?
Maybe that's why I'm only get 17.
Yeah, because we don't do the case. I'm here with the judge. I said, well, you're there. You couldn't move for a couple of years. So, yeah, Mr. Lonesome said, I don't want him come blaze me and no one call me.
Yeah.
Yes.
But you know something, gentlemen, I know there's a report out that says 150 odd children go missing, I think, on a yearly basis, of which 133 are girls. And when you stop to think about this man and the way tourists are protected, what percentage of those victims, of those missing, are victims of tourists? I'm not blaming the tourists. I'm just looking at what this man did and looking at the high rate of missing children. You know, what percentage of them can be connected to tourists who go to the country, go to the island, to really prey on children because they don't have a system in place that they don't have a sex offender registry in place. And though this man was found guilty, he's just
Registry.
one of many. Yeah, he was just one of many that got caught. But what about the many who did the same thing that he did and got away with it? There was one at this was it a school? And he was allowed to leave the island. I don't remember his name, but I remember seeing that on your program and reading about it in the Gleaner. And he was allowed to leave the island. So there are many more. Yes, what did you say, Herb?
Yeah.
Do you remember the case, Herb?
I remember the case, but I'm trying to remember. It was another American, and he was allowed to leave.
And yes, he was allowed to leave the island. He was brought in to work with some young people.
That the government brought him in.
Yes, and he abused the children.
What the agency against child abuse? That agency was the one he was.
That agency that brought him exactly. Yes.
And they were embarrassed when they found out that he was pedophile back here in the US.
Yeah. Yes.
That's what so they don't run their
due diligence.
So he's not supposed to run kids at all. Yeah.
Right. So he was allowed to leave. So how many persons go on the island, abuse children, and allowed to leave?
More than them what? Some of them.
This one, he was held accountable, but there are many more who fell through the cracks, just like this man who just abuse and move.
All right, let me show you a laughing stock of the day. People, we going there, so we teach, we beat and teach, but we are showing a laughing stock of the day, and Holness. Look where I'm right here, so. Jamaica Labour Party and the PNP have never been held to the same standard, no, because everybody call down on the PNP and the media and them, no care not chap money. I spin him, I try to spin this, reverse psychology, I try to look at him.
So, but hold on a second, Wayne. He's right with that first part of the statement.
No, but
the JLP and the PNP, no, hold on, Wayne. The JLP and the PNP have never been held to the same standard. They hold the PNP to a higher standard and the JLP to a less higher standard.
Right.
Because that is what we see playing. So he's right about that.
No, but yeah, when I say yes, I finish it. People always expect better from us. And we have no problem rising to the occasion. You hear me enough?
Yeah? That's not true. That's not true.
Yeah. This is why swift action is always taken. Swift action, The same cannot said of the other side. You say enough.
That's not true. Okay. Before you go any further, Wayne, there are two issues. Two people that just happened there. That counselor who cursed out the woman disgracefully, and the other one who was upset because her fellow counselor Innis wanted to step out, leave the Jamaica Labour Party. How she conducted herself was so disgraceful. And I'm yet to hear anybody come out and condemn those two women.
Okay. All right. So enough of that.
And before you move on, when that one who was being sworn in last week at the KSMC, she didn't even apologize for her disrespectful behavior. And I didn't hear anybody hold her accountable for her behavior.
But may I play him high standard theme where them said, look here, DPP asked to consider criminal charge in spoiling market affair. Look here, and him put up that too. Look how I'm stupid now. They have to let him go for that. That was not corruption, And him put it up and put this in a people's head. And the man have the most corruption under him belt. Me never have a draw back to Siaga. Me not draw back for Golden. Me just a draw for him. But him and the who round him, Alibabas, have the most corruption in a human history for your government.
And he can't deny that. There's no way he can deny it because it's all on record.
It's on record. So he might try to do, he might try to reverse psychology. And we have said that's not going to work.
So I'll just tell this. If the accomplishments are so great, can you imagine without the corruption? how much more he could have accomplished for the communities of Jamaica.
And
right?
let me ask you about the great one them now for the communities. So the garbage them clean up now?
No.
We have garbage truck, okay. The hospital them all right because them are the main thing, you know.
No. No.
Okay. Them not all right. None of them. Come in see none of them. Okay.
No.
The education system good?
No. Yeah.
The work system
broken.
for the young people, for the old people, right? It good?
No.
The nutrition system for the kids, them and them thing, they good?
Them can't get breakfast some morning. Much
okay.
less.
So tell me now, which part of I perform? Me never go to nothing else, you know. Me just ask some key things.
Yeah.
And if you know say, Maria, any one of them that want me to talk, any one of the above, good? And I do on this administration?
No.
Okay.
But you said nobody's no, but here's the thing, nobody's holding them accountable. That is the problem.
Well, we are doing it in a Fantastic Five are doing it. So it's at him, you know. And him have some people do PR. Me say it don't make no sense, sir, because we're gonna dissect everything where you put out. You know, let me just tell him again. You know, have no moral authority. You know, have no moral authority for even talk about corruption, brother. You yourself, your middle name is not Michael, it's corruption. Your middle name is corruption. So your name Kanjua Elijah, corruption, Holness. Your middle name is corruption, brother. See?
Yeah.
Yes. So we can understand it from now. Him dangerous, man. Very dangerous.
So
corruption. Yes.
So with all this corruption going on, the question now arises: what's the deal with the wife and the new mayor of Kingston? Now that the PNP is running that, are they going to investigate her and the building at that $800 million building?
They have to investigate it.
They need to do an audit.
They have to audit it. But you know, how you see them have move like I watch them now. Me see, remember them used to be arrogant, you know. See that? Let me show them something. This is not a joke. See me get this from my phone. Look here. Look here.
Change.
I want to see it and look here. What this look like? This them fundraiser. These are what me see before the election and after election. See there?
Yeah.
Yeah. Me never see them buy vote because me see them raise funds. See there? You understand? So me see them raise funds and the fundraiser where them get money for buy vote. And them boast about it. But them buy the most vote and the people don't follow them. No, them say the PNP and them buy vote. You see them can't stick to them scripting and them two lying, man. That's the problem now, you know. When you have some people them so lying, Maria, and terribly, you know, you have to hold them to account. Them dangerous.
Yeah, they're dangerous. And Herb just brought up a good point. What are they going to do about the Speaker of the House and her $800 million millstone around people's necks?
Yeah.
Because she's putting up a building clearly in violation of many building codes and permits. Will she be allowed to continue? And are they going to do an audit to find out who issued those permits? What were the terms of those permits that she received? And if it found in violation of those permits, what measures will be taken to correct it and to hold her accountable for doing so? Because it cannot be one law for some and another for others. Because if it was somebody else, they would have taken out that building a long time ago.
So Maria, you know, me think, you know, when you put it in a blind trust, and then them was no business person like this.
No, they did all this when they came into office. No, it's when they came into office that they did all of this.
Yeah, that me I say. So and like them shouldn't came when you came in office, you're not supposed to do these things, man. Them it never starts, so you're not supposed. And where them get the money from, by the way? Where them get the money from?
That is $1 million question.
Because we have to about nearly $1 billion, you know.
Yeah.
200 million is $1 billion.
And
you have over, so you can put $1 billion. That seems like where you get them money from. That means if you and your husband have spent that, and you have an next house, just think about the value of the other house. Them have several houses. Them are billionaire. Oh, no reach us up.
That's what they're saying.
Yeah, how it's we're saying something Herb about it started out
as a $22 million project.
project.
Yes.
Exactly.
And then after
Exactly.
it blow up now to 800 million. So people
Yeah.
been pouring money into our
But
coffers.
who has been funding it? Who has been funding them? Funding her project. You know,
Nobody is.
and that, but Sir Herb, that is what that is the only one that we hear, well, we know of because of the court case and all of that, and it is there in black and white. But what about the others? Because her name is being called on various projects.
Yeah.
On various projects.
To include the trucking services at the box
Exactly.
office.
Exactly.
You know? Nobody talking about that either. You know? So the issue now is accountability and transparency. You go back to a basic issue like that. And who's going to hold them accountable and force transparency?
Exactly.
Right? You know, not this DPP, I'm sorry.
No, but she
go there you go. Yeah.
Enough money she waste up. She just go off and get the youth and then fling some wrong book off of them all the time. You understand? And violate people, human rights. She do that. She do it with Enzinga King. Me never know say she a judge and thing and she a what, she come out and say she tell lie. Remember your DPP, you know? Yeah. And it says she back the girl. She just say she tell lie, you know, so we have no case answer and that's it. Eh? She dangerous. She very dangerous. See? Because the girl no come from, you know, remember, you know, if you come from an influential background, she not do that. She know up in her mouth, you know. Yeah. She won't go charge a long time, you know. But she take the girl like she know nothing. She say, oh, our friend them tell me say, oh, she do this, so she tell lie. Oh, you know, say her friend them tell the truth. She don't want to tell her friend them certain little things.
So why does she have to go get her friends to prove the girl lying?
Or your friend or somebody where she don't know. This is what happened to the girl. Obviously the ear cut. It cut. You couldn't use your hand. Even if you put your hand and try to draw it, you couldn't go draw it and pop out. Like, then that look drag it again and mash you up. You can't do it. She said the girl pop them out. All of them. And then cut them in a two with her own hand. That don't look sensible. That don't make no sense at all. Yeah? This is what the DPP do to support people. And get to people. And them keep her around there, so that's track 5. She figure away.
The point is, the DPP is King's Counsel. She was Queen's Counsel, now it's switch over to Charles.
I know.
King's Counsel. So it's King's Counsel, is the king gonna keep her as his counsel, seeing that she's screwing up so many cases. You know?
The king no want she do not at all. Nobody no want DPP for go look at go trim her Santa and look at little kitten man to keep her company. Go look at cat. Go keep your company, man. She not different from Google. A balance thing with Google, him have an palmer. Him have him 2 wives and him 10 kids. Yeah, man. Google have 5 pair of kids, you know. 5 pair of twins. Him have Pinky. Him have Pinter. Him have Tom. Him have yeah, man. Google have Annie Palmer and him 5 pair of twins.
Of all the names, win Annie Palmer.
Yeah, man. Annie Palmer and him 5 pair of twins. Google Gaga. Yeah,
remember
man.
Nina? Yeah. Wasn't Annie Palmer the witch of Rosal?
They're not Annie Palmer, man. And Annie Palmer by same here, by the way, you know.
Oh my gosh.
In England now, them call him Wanker, Sir Wanker.
Yeah.
Yeah, man, in England, they call Google Sir Wanker, you know. When you say Google, when they go to England, they say, well, I'm Sir Wanker. Wanker goods. Yes. But in Jamaica, you know, Andy Palmer and them kids there. You understand? Yes, man. 5 pair of twins. So 13 of them there, you know. Yes. 13. And 5 pair of things that are 10. The 2 wives him have, you know, 2 Andy Palmer, you know. And them are identical twin, you know. Man, lucky married to 2 wives. 2 sister. Saying? Yeah, you understand? And yes, and then himself. 13 of them. Yeah, man. 13 of them. Eh? Yeah, man. So Google in England is a Wonka. Yeah, man, Google lucky. Eh? Nash, we're on your side, you know, but I write no foolishness on your side, you know. Yeah, man, we don't listen foolishness and do what you say, man. We just talk around your side, you know. You will keep it real around yourself. Yes. Run yourself a different thing, yeah? Yeah, man. Them put themselves in a public life. So me attack you a different thing. We no hold back nothing around here now. See? Yeah, man. We don't hold back nothing around here. See? Yeah, man. Them, when we say dangerous, very dangerous. But you know, but I serious note with where Holness are doing them fees so now when them do budget debate. It a tap him up and boots. That now boots you. People fight tired of you, no brother. Brother, look who tired of you. Let me tell you something. Let me come watching. Let me tell him who tired of him. Let me show him who tired of him. You see, if I'm she tired of you, look at Google. Look at.
That our continued economic recovery is dependent on our people.
He just said, bro, God.
The government is actively pursuing ways to increase workers' benefits.
I'm tired of you. Tired of you. My bro, God.
From you see a little baby. Tired of you. Welcome to the bigger people, them have more. Look here. No, when you see this, when you see a baby tired of you, you know, give up. Stop your, remember, play it back again. Done with him, man. Look here.
That our continued economic recovery is dependent on our people.
He just said, bro, God.
The government is actively pursuing ways to increase workers' benefits.
I'm tired of you. Tired of you. My bro, God.
No. Come on, no, man.
It's natural.
Eh?
Yeah.
Totally natural.
Mm-hmm.
When a baby.
But I don't know if I had a chance to see Minister Clark's speech. I just saw bits and pieces of it. And I asked myself, who is he trying to convince? You know, because he was so animated and, you know, excited about what he was presenting, but the substance of what he was presenting is not going to translate on the ground.
Nah. He might just shut a bull crap. When I move it, him sound like a pipsqueak. Let me just tell him.
Yeah, you could see that he was outside of his element.
Yeah.
People now listen to you, and we do this. Listen, the man know. All right, let me show you something. I could just do a little quick math stream because remember him do logarithms. A matter of fact, when I say logarithm, I want to remind him logarithms. Logarithm. Yeah, man. Algorithm, right? Yeah, man, algorithm, okay.
You have that old one of Clark.
Yeah, but I'll play him and then say something about him. Look on this. Yes.
An arithmetic necessity so that when the pay slip is received, the amount of the statutory reflect the actual amount of statutory that need to be paid in the context of the new compensation system. The instructions that would have gone out were algorithmic instructions about how to construct a payment. And I do understand that algorithm, complex structural problems, and through application of analysis. Now, just to get a little more granular, and I hope I can retain your attention even at a level of additional granularity. The algorithm that went out would have specified, add this, add that, add this, and then minus this, minus this, minus this. And again, in an algorithmic way for a computer to understand, or for somebody computing to understand. So that algorithm, which is an algorithm that we use on a monthly basis, would contain add this, and then would have minus it.
You hear that now?
Yeah.
The logarithm. So when him come now and him start tell about minus this and do this and do that, this now have nothing to do with nobody right now. Nothing at all. We do this, we do that. Over the 40 years, we do this, man. Come on, man. Back in the days, the other day, right? When the money was, when they think there was $6,000 minimum wage. You could have buy three of them ply them for $2,000 each. 3. Then you go up till they can buy 2,000. It was like 1,800. Then you got 2,000. You could have buy 3 with the money. You know where you can buy with the 13,000 now? I'm gonna show you how things gone up bad and wicked, you know.
Right.
You can buy one. One. And you have $1,000 left. 1,100. One.
Yeah.
What I tell you say? When the money did down there, so 6,000 for that because the money did stronger too, you know. Remember the money did stronger and everything. The money did value now. You could have buy more things with the $6,000 and carry more. The bus fare cheaper, light bill, water rate, rent, everything cheaper. Though them put it at 13,000, but the 13,000 can't give you what the 6,000 they used to give you. None at all. Because if you could have buy even from the far end, 2 sheet apply for $5 grand, you still have $1 grand. But now you can buy 1 sheet, not 2. So that tell you the condition of the country right now. Already my running more, but this is the reality. It is the reality. See? Thank you, my baby. This one just carry a class. I want to come in. Great, you know. Great career, yeah, man.
You get well taken care of, man.
I love that. That's why I'm saying, man. Very nice. Very kind of nice, man. I'm always look about that damn mama. Yeah, man, I'm good, man.
Know you talk and your throat get dry.
Yeah, man. I'm always, him just move, you know, same time. You know, have to ask him just, you know? Yes. You see what I say? Yes. So, these are the reality. If you buy a sheet, that means back then when I 6,000.
Yeah.
Yeah, if you build a house and you want 10 sheet, I'd say 2001, 10 sheet at 20 grand, right?
Yeah.
20 grand. So if you work for the month, you could have buy the whole 20, you still have a 4 grand for balance. Now the 20 sheet, you know. Somebody tell me said I want them pay 11,000.
Yeah.
Nearly 12,000 for 1 sheet now. Gone up again, you know. 11,000 and so a man same pay 12 sheet, 12,000 last night. So 10 sheet, if a 12 grand, how much with 10 sheet now?
Right.
How much with 10 sheet now? You see me I talk about?
Yeah.
So you have to pay for 12 grand, 120. So if you want the 20 sheet at $240,000 for them then now? No, 10 sheet. 10 sheet will be 120 if you want 20
120,000.
120 for the 10 sheet. At 20 grand you used to pay for that 10 sheet there, you know. 20 grand. And it gone to 100 and he might tell you say life better now. He might tell you say it all right. How much did I pay for your bread then? How much did I pay for your bread then? $200, $100, $200. So how much you pay for your bread now? $600? How much you pay for your flour and your rice and your sugar? Those basic things to just keep you going. And he might tell you say you better off now. Eh? Look you now. We could buy 4 bread for 1,000 now. Now how much you eat? Uncle can buy 1.
Yeah.
So you can buy 1 bread now, not 2. You could have buy 4 bread for 1,000, you can buy 1 now. Better get back, to change.
I think when I went to Mega Mart, the duck bread was $700 and something for it.
Whoa.
Yeah, no, man.
Right?
Yes.
And I can tell you, each time that I went to Mega Mart, just to pick up a few things, I kept extending my stay a week at a time. At $20,000 Jamaican for pick up a few things, food stuff, right, to cook and to be able to sustain myself for the week. And I said, wait a second, if I was staying for a whole month,
20,000 for 1 week.
Yeah.
So tell me something. If minimum wage at 13 grand, minus the food where them have to eat out of that and everything. All them
Yeah.
sustain for themselves for a week. That means them a worm, them a eat like hook worm, them a eat dirt. Them not
But
eat
if you don't mind, 1 minute there, Wayne. If you don't mind, with Sir Herb, give us an idea what $20,000 buy.
$20,000 was like the loaf of bread. You take that's call it 1,000 because the 700 plus the tax that then
Tax,
go on,
right.
if I bought milk, let me see, bread, milk, some potatoes, some the meat now is the fish and the chicken is gonna be a high price items.
Right.
And the other stuff was like snacks.
Right.
But snacks I can have. I won't be eating a full meal, but I can have like breakfast, the coffee and tea, right? And then I would pick up maybe the sardine and a box of eggs,
Right.
and then I would make omelet or something like that. But it wasn't a whole lot of stuff. I thought I was picking up the snacks cost more than the stuff you need to cook in some cases.
Wow.
Right? And when I say snacks, I'm talking about I pick up the bottle of jam and some water crackers, stuff like that. It's simple things. And myself and the karate team was with me at first, and I know for the 4 people that was there, it's well over $100,000 them spend
Wow.
that 1 week, right? And then after that, I had to go start picking stuff up week by week.
Right.
So I mean, it's expensive. And I said to
So
myself,
just imagine a family of 4,
a
and
family
6
of
and
4,
7.
you're spending a ton of money. And guess what? I couldn't understand it because Mega Mart stay open all night. And people were always there shopping. I'm gonna say where people get this money from.
I
And
guess the
then
work come by in the moment.
there you go. And then I had people asking me to help them buy their pharmaceuticals and other things. Spend, I can't even say too loud because about $300 I spend helping folks on medicines, right?
Yeah.
And I said to myself, I said to them, first of all, why are you not covered on this medication? They said, well, if I'm retired on say 55,000 a month, if I buy one medication alone, it's 20,000 for the month. Them have to get rid of them domestic help. They can't afford it. That's 13,000 a week, right?
Yeah.
So you come back to me and say no herb because I said if you don't have the food, you eat your food as medicine for your body.
Yes.
And if you don't have the food to eat as medicine, you gotta eat
your medicine is your food.
as your food.
Yeah.
You gotta take medicine now for your food because it can keep you.
Yeah.
But them not have none. So them not have no food to eat as them medicine. No, them turn one medicine for them food because I cannot think I take them. But them still not have the money for buy the medication. Them are dead.
Yes.
That's why me against the system where Tufton come down and give the racist guy him thing from England to come digitize. Yeah, it don't even make no sense. It make any sense, man.
There's a place in Crossroads that's supposed to be a government pharmacy where you can get the government ID that give you 5 medications, the first 5, right? But people take a lot of medications, 10.
Yeah.
Right? And you're supposed to get this stuff cheap at that place. But in spite of that, I'm talking
Sometimes it's
about a
not option to them. It don't have
government
them.
manager earning 55,000 in retirement and can't afford medication.
Can you imagine some people when I earn that?
Right.
When I earn none at all.
I know.
You know people right now with diabetes to carve them foot and thing and them they have rice and thing them eat and I eat same way, you know. They not have nothing to eat.
Yeah.
Survival.
You know people lose them too and them thing and it kill them.
If I can remember.
Because them not have nothing to eat, them have to eat something.
A month's worth of medication for metformin was around $4,000 or $5,000.
Wow.
Just metformin. So if you have anything else, them give you on top of that, Jardians or something else, I will for money. Right? Man, I can tell you, go and talk. I'm upstairs. I'm going to grab the receipts that I have laid down inside.
Yeah, man. Yes.
Yeah. Oh, that's good.
I'm sure them some of the receipts. Because we don't make joke around here, you know. Yeah,
you see, and that is what, right, and that's what we talk.
Good. I mean, I said, brother, we are talking to you in a reality. We stop it, man. Stop. No, we don't want to pretty nothing. Can we not pretty it up?
But wait, when you remember that before the election and these two young ladies were out there and they were talking about the $13,000 and how wonderful the $13,000 is, and next year it's gonna increase. This is the reality right here. What can $13,000 do? Just think about a family of a mother with 2-3 children, and she's the only breadwinner. A father with 2, and he's the only breadwinner. He has himself, his family, his wife, his baby mother, his children. $13,000. Make some sense. So you cannot get up and be bragging about we increase minimum wage by 100%. I mean, think about it. That makes no sense. People that can't manage.
Wicked man. And then all the prime minister come and say, we do the most. We and hear them come with now. We're gonna move the thing the threshold from 1.5 million to 1.7
million.
People work minimum wage now work that in the first place. You know, like how them they come and promise you the 18,000. Remember the 18,000 there? It trick for them, you know. Because them see them I get 18,000. I mean I say, when you go into the crowd, Andrew, and you talk, say, listen, you not work. I know you me attack. Me attack like the police and the nurse them and thing. Not me so me attack. Because most of the government come with really, you know. And for poor people, you know. And for the people them at the bottom of the scale, you know. It's not beneficial to them none at all. You understand? When them come and tell us that these are taxes, it's not beneficial to them. Them not work, them not have nothing. So they like them have something for again. Nothing at all. Yeah? You come now, your Elijah come now and say, move GCT off for raw material or certain thing with them are in.
Exactly.
That's not good. I better you move GCT off of the barrel where people are send them family member. That will help the government. You know, put red tape on that. Push it down at 3,000 a barrel. So if them can eat the food, it better off, it cut down crime and everything, because when your belly full, you know. Even that them can send in a barrel or 2 each time. And if you have a barrel or 2 barrels for even 2-3 months, you get the next 2 barrels, you know, say, okay, but that's thing me not hungry. You understand what I say, sis?
Yeah, but taking the GCT off raw material affects local farmers.
Of
and
course.
Every country puts tariff on their imports. Every country puts tariff on their importation of foodstuff to protect their local farmers. So if they're making the argument that based on the various agreements they have with IMF, World Trade, Trade Organization, World Trade Organization, all of that, that they have to do this to not give the appearance of unfair trading. That makes no sense, because America puts tariffs on their food. They're not importing Jamaican food without taxes. You got to pay to bring those in. So why can't you put some taxes on those food and give the local farmers a break? Because when they do that, it's the local farmers who are going to suffer worse than they are suffering now. So who owns these companies that are bringing in these things? Members of the PSOJ.
The politician, listen.
Right, the politicians and members of PSOJ.
Yes, one man owns
right,
6.
So they are benefiting.
Yes, one man owns 6. I want to know the man too, because I want to see my Santa Massagua with them thing. So the carrot them are coming, the Irish are coming, carrot, cabbage are coming, all of these things. One man wants 6 company. Don't a wharf down there, so 6 in a business place. So them clear, so anything will come through them. Yeah, man are carrying red peas and all kind of things, you know. Irish shouldn't even come to Jamaica. You understand?
They shouldn't be importing red peas and carrots. No.
None. We can't grow none of them.
Those should not be imported.
You understand?
So the local farmers suffer. And the thing is, the local farmers cannot compete with the imported goods because the imported one is cheaper. But even to import it, Wayne, make it more expensive than the local produce, so the local farmers benefit more.
Yes, but you see,
so the local farmers are the ones suffering. Yeah, and the local farmers are the ones suffering because they're the ones who have a glut of their produce that spoils all the time, and the government is not compensating them for the produce that goes bad. So there has to be a balance, has to be found. A way has to be found to strike a balance between importation, local farmers, so that everybody can benefit. I understand the importance of trading, but it shouldn't be at the expense of your local farmers, because every country puts taxes and tariffs on the importation of raw materials into their country to protect their local farmers. Why can't Jamaica do the same?
Bad man. You find them, Herb?
Fine. Okay, I said this. To buy a fish and bami platter at Burger King, right? And that's a unique plate for Burger King because only in Jamaica them do.
Right.
$1,289. Right?
How many pieces of bami you're talking about?
2 pieces of bami.
How many fish?
One half of bami.
One piece, you mean one big fish or half of a fish?
Probably about this size.
No way.
Yeah, it's a small bami.
Wow.
And the fish is about the same size.
They're like $1,300.
Yeah.
Wow.
And you get a piece of escovitch fish, 1 piece of escovitch fish, 2 pieces of bami, and a drink, orange juice or some kind of juice, and that's how much come up to $1,289.
So wow. 1,300.
I mean, it's well, $1,500 would be what? $10, $10 US.
Yeah.
So this is maybe about $8 and change. $8 US and change.
Yeah.
And then what was the other one I had here? Like one tablet of Crestor, just one. 7 5 is 35, right? That's $510 Jamaican.
Wow.
So if $1.50
for one dege tablet?
For one tablet, yes.
Wow.
So 4 tablets over $2,000. They can't buy a month.
Yeah, man.
They can't buy 30. Over 15 grand.
Crestor is for cholesterol.
Yes, exactly. Yeah.
That's over 15 grand for 1 month.
Yep. This is what I'm saying, man. If blood pressure medication per month is close to $5,000, right?
Wow.
And when you talk about the other one, blood sugar, the metformin wasn't too bad. Wasn't as bad as I thought. That was like around $25 Jamaican for one tablet.
Okay. So
I'm just showing you. I thought I had all of them up here, but I left some of them down there. You pay out some money, man, some serious money at the gas station to fill up on a Toyota or Suzuki. This is a mid-sized car to
A small car, yeah.
small car, yeah. It's around, it's over $8,500
Yikes.
with regular gas. It's 500 something dollars a liter, and each gallon is 3.8 liters. Call that 4 times. Call that about over $2,000 a gallon. Right? That don't sound right either.
So 500 and add. So it had gone over 2,000, yes. And then near this.
Going over 2,000. Yeah.
Near this, yeah, man. It had gone up near up there, so yes.
Some
that
places
that more than a $10 a liter.
Yeah.
US.
Yeah. So I don't see how people can survive buying gas, operating a car, unless them carpooling or something.
Right.
And they're putting their money together. And a lot of the young people.
Me see a guy I come from. Me say I come from Ochi. One of them car they must you know. He pay $2,050 one way. And then they go Spanish town now from the next year and they charge him 3,000 odd. Was it 2010 and I pay 3,500 or something they charge him. Him say him now pay. Me see the video and I play it tomorrow. And him show him thing when pay. So me I say upon the little toll thing there, so the little short thing there. You have to pay $3,000 for a short thing there. They might charge people too much in the toll. Is that right?
Yeah.
Plus your gas where you have to pay a bag of money. They might beat people, you know. It a beat people, they might stop. They might stop. They might overcharge people, it a burden.
There's a lot of overcharging going on.
Yeah.
You know, I just did not think about each time I go to get breakfast. If I bought breakfast in your town, you go to Burger King, it's $4,000 you're spending.
Dang.
Right? $4,000. You go to, you have to find the same thing you get here in the US.
Okay.
Right? The sandwich, whatever it is. The English muffin, egg, and ham, egg, and cheese.
Right.
Coffee and orange juice. Right.
Wow.
You go to the little Jamaican place, lady would fix the food, and you could get the food up there, $600 for a good breakfast. And you would be getting the ackee dumpling, bananas and stuff. So you have to find the old fashioned.
People try to sell them more reasonable because they want to see it.
They want,
But they go to them place and then kill you out. So
That's
I get
right.
somebody say, all right, let me see the 600 and kill happen. It's my but me make a money because me get some man go pick some ackee and me give him a thing. And me get some flour and me cook that and get some banana. Cook it nice, then I go buy me thing and put the saltfish in that. Make good.
Yeah.
If they not saltfish, then they put some mackerel in it, ackee and mackerel.
Yeah. They know to substitute things. Mackerel, banana, or you go for your saltfish with the ackee, right?
Yes.
And the stuff was it was really good. Eating down home food, right?
Yes.
And even the folks down in New Kingston drive up into St. Andrew to this one lady that fix lunch, and they can buy lunch for $600. Right?
Yes.
They can't buy it in New Kingston. It's too expensive. Because when you have tasty, $2,000, $3,000 a day. No, you can't afford that. If you have Island Grill.
Yes.
I go to Island Grill and I buy the what was it? The stew peas. Right? And that's $3,000 you spend in an Island Grill.
What, for 2 piece, $3,000?
Yep. So the food is expensive.
3,000. So, you know, when Andrew, just see a $13,000, may I listen, you know. So that means none of them get up people that can't do not eat out like some people like up
Yeah, eat out.
Them can't go restaurant neither. You know, see everything.
Yeah.
You know, see the people there, man.
This
Them can't go
man-
restaurant. Them can't just go to them family. Can you imagine a man, you know, him have him family and say, I could drive up, I could take a bus, go out. Find a little restaurant. But that's thing be, you know, whether you whether no care where. You have some people go to them family, them can go to a little restaurant and them eat and all right and feel nice. You know, just go out and go breeze out and go, you know, find somewhere where them can go eat. Most of them people in Jamaica can't do it again. Them could have do it first time, you know. Eh?
Well, after COVID, a bunch of restaurants shut down. Right? Go to business.
Not start say them have to bring callaloo for lunch. Them can't afford for buy nothing.
Yeah. I did that too. I bought the callaloo to fix it with some of the saltfish. You know? And with the bread. So
yes. So like, when they talk, Sir, I'm listening. Sorry to cut you, but I'm listening to you, Sir. And when Andrew gives this glowing speech about the economy and low unemployment and all of that, and we come on these platforms and we say that, you know, things don't sound right, and then he gets on his bully pulpit and he said, you know, listen to me, you know, don't listen to them. But here you are confirming what we have always been saying.
Yeah.
That it is not making any sense. The government, the economy is not working for the masses.
Yeah. If you live in the US and you come back home to Jamaica, you cannot afford to live like you did in the US in Jamaica. No. Going out and eating at the different places becomes a luxury.
Wow.
You're going to have to cook at home, right? And that means, you know, like me, you have the gas canister and you have the gas stove, propane gas, right?
Yeah.
And don't bother talk about the AC. I'm gonna make the mistake and run the AC. But
that broke your pocket. You never know.
Over $10,000 bill I have.
You're lucky.
Wow.
You know, I'm saying, my God, this is something else.
Yeah.
And I'm waiting for the second one to come in because I finished out the first half of one billing period on the 25th of February. And then when I leave, the second half of the billing period was there. And I wasn't even running the AC cold. Right? I just did it enough to get rid of the
just
build
to keep the place cool.
Yeah,
right.
Cool. And my God, who can afford to live like you live in the States? You have to do without the AC. And I see them people, I'm sweating like a dog, and they don't sweat at all. Right?
Well,
man, how come you're not sweating? And it's so hot, you know? But this wasn't hot, let's say, compared to when from June, July, August.
Right.
Now that's some real heat gonna be coming down. Because of the rains and stuff that was happening, it tended to cool the place. To give you 70s and 80s, right? It would get humid.
So like we not go out with us pay bills, you know, we not go buy gas or you know, somewhere we have electric stove and thing. In Jamaica, them have to buy gas. How much you tin of gas now, people? How much you 100 pound gas? Our 25 pound or 30 pound gas. How much feet? Right now. Put it in the chat fast, let me see what I want. How much you 100 pound gas? Some people used to have 200 pound gas, you know, cylinder, you know. I wonder if them have that again. Small gas is
$4,000.
$5,000.
The 30 pound is 4,000.
5 pound, 30 pound, 30 pound of 5,400. What?
Yeah.
Wow, that's expensive.
30 pound.
the big canister that we got was over $12,000.
That's £100.
The
Yes.
£100, the car.
Wow.
Yeah.
2,900. 14 to 15,000 for £100.
That's the big £100 there. Yeah.
14 to 15,000.
It's incredible. And how long is it going to last them? If you do breakfast and dinner consistently, dinner, you cook long, breakfast not so long, right? It gonna run out quick.
Yeah, forget about baking.
Just look on this now. Your kids have to go to school.
Right.
You have to go to school. A mother and father, them have them kids to go to school. 13,000. Mother, look about the kid. 13,000. Oh, you survive. Oh.
Yeah.
You have 2 youth. That's the 2 youth to go to school and mama for the ball look out and you gonna work or something. Oh, you go to school. Oh.
And the electricity gonna be high regardless. The water is high, right? Gas and electricity.
You know water gets so high. Yes.
What else we use? No, we use gas and of course you have to go deal with the telephone and the internet. It's $6,000 a month for internet and telephone.
All right, look on that now. 6,000, 13, 6,000.
Wow.
That means you can't live with that. Can't 13 grand you work.
Right.
If you work 20 grand, you can't live with that.
You can't
light bill.
You can't no
You have to
love
pay if you have internet, you have to pay. You have to borrow some light, like what Andrew said. So you have to borrow some light from your friend. You have to go thief light. Borrow
Yes.
some light from your friend.
Bandol
And then your
and
water,
stuff.
you have to pay your water bill.
Yeah.
You have to catch water. There is no way ghetto people survive to this way.
They cannot survive.
No
They
way.
cannot survive.
Them can't survive after this. Them have to thief something. In turn, everybody in a criminal now. See?
But you know something. Sorry, Herb. But it justifies. The UN report that came out and said that what percentage of Jamaicans are living below the poverty line and don't have a eat a proper meal. 2 million.
Yeah.
Don't eat a proper meal before going to bed. Here, this is the proof.
They can't. You have to say you can only eat 2 meals a day, if that much.
If that much. For some families, for some.
Yeah, for some families.
For some, it might be just one. Yeah.
From the kids that we coach in football, they're glad to come to football practice because they get a breakfast in the morning, and then I would take them out and to Burger King or Kentucky or something, and them go crazy, right?
Wow.
Yes. You know,
it's like them have been eating a long time.
Yes, yes.
And some of them, their parents
$20,000. Hold on, man. Hold on, Herb. But somebody said 15,000 for the £100 of gas. But which part of Jamaica this? No one knows part of Jamaica this. Because somebody does say 20,000.
20,000.
One said 15, Florence said 15, Louis said 20. Florence Hamilton said 15,000, and them have it substituted with coal.
Yeah. If you want the gas, depending on how big your family is, and if you want it to last you any time.
Longshot said 20,000. 20,000. Yeah. So certain place where somebody else aliens at 20,000 too. Or light bill plus. Okay. 50 Junior pay 15,000. So 100, 100, 15,000.
Yeah.
Minimum wage 13,000. And you have boast about that. You tell me now.
Exactly.
Is that something for boast about?
Yeah. It's crazy, man. I mean, I earn a pretty decent living, right? And I figure I can be comfortable down. No, I cannot be comfortable.
Right.
If I spend too much money in Jamaica, I have to send back up here if I have them send me money. Right?
Yeah.
And to me, I'm saying to myself, this is crazy.
Yeah.
I cannot afford to live down here if I decide to move back. because the things I get used to, I can't do it.
Mm-hmm.
That's me I
Right?
talk about. All right, let me say something to you. No, you just
Yeah.
say something. Okay, but just listen this good now. Because them I tell people, yes, man, a paradise and come back and everything. Now, you're advancing in age. Remember, you're not 20.
Yeah.
15, 18, 20, or 20, or that's
You
something.
sure he's not? And I was thinking he's 20, you know.
No, I'm not 16 still, but we know I'm not 20, right? So, yeah.
All right.
So, yes, but hear this now. But I see what's going on. So you will say, okay, let me go back, like how some people say, I build a house up in the hill, in a St. Andrew Hill or in a Manchester. But when you build the house and in your house look nice and you send down your king size bed and everything going in your house and you're in there, you feel good. What happens to when you go outside? What happens if you in your bed now and your wife feels sick and you feel sick and you have to call an ambulance like where you're there for it? You get any? No. If you are the driver, your wife can't drive you and you can't drive what you do, you have to go lie down in your bed and go dead. I'll wait till a man when somebody can come rescue you. Because sometimes sickness take you 1 and 2 o'clock in the morning. So what you do? Because you don't have nothing to come pick you up, you know. And then when you go to hospital, what you do when you have to sit down and wait till 48 hours before a doctor put him look the little thing by your chest and say, my medicine. Remember them now run up for you, you know. Maybe I'll 3 days, you sit on that chair, your foot swell big like a jackfruit foot. That make any sense better? So the little time after you work so hard and you go down there, say, well, me have a nice house and me I retire now. You just go down there if you got dead. But you could have lived 10 or 15 more years or 20 more years. That don't make no sense to me. Eh? The place need to fix up. The hospital them need to fix. Not to talk about people that it. We don't want to hear about that. About digitize your docket. People don't want to hear about that. You understand? So if you don't have these things and it's ready and up, what happened to you? Eh? You see me I say?
It's crazy.
What happened to you?
It is
So you
crazy.
can't say me fix one house. I mean I go, but you go, and don't go that. But you go in our town, you don't know when I bury you van a pass, you have to chuck by your chest and roll by your shoulder. Because gunshot and lick and them one rabbit. You see? That sound like lyrics, see people. Eh? Gunshot and lick and them one rabbit. Yeah, you don't know when you have to up, skip and jump over bullet. Eh? You don't know what happened to you when you look. Then you start feel sad in yourself.
Let me tell you something that's even worse with my cousin. She get a stroke, right?
Yeah, man.
And in recovering from the stroke, they won't pay up front for speech therapy or for physical therapy. They reimburse you.
Wow.
Right? And I'm saying, what kind of insurance you have? You can't just go to the place and the people accept it. Them say, no, they won't accept your insurance because they'll get underpaid by the insurance company.
The insurance company. Oh,
you have to pay up front.
You
pay up front, or else you don't get no therapy. Right?
Wow.
And I took them to the doctor while I was there. And the doctor charges to see you was something like about $5,000 to see you, right? Follow up. And then because she's diabetic and the doctor had to cut her nails and examine her, that's another $7,000. In other words, just to make the appointment and come in was $5,000. By the time you leave the office, it's $12,000 bill. And then
you
to buy
13,000. Just think about it, a diabetic. Or
right.
you go to the doctor.
Right.
Just stay in, because what they might do, they might stay home and take garlic, then take lime, then do everything, some home remedy. Yeah?
Yep.
And
turmeric,
them skin over in them place.
ginger, all kind of stuff them taking at home to get over the. Let me say this though, and if the people don't know it, berberine, berberine, berberine. There is one called glucogold, GLUCO gold, right? You can buy a big bottle of it, And what we found was even here in the US, rather than take insulin, that my
Okay.
wife, she take the berberine, and the
Okay.
berberine maintain the blood sugar,
Right.
keep it low. But they won't sell the berberine in Jamaica.
Yeah, me just ask you, I tell you.
I go to Lee's Food Fair pharmacy.
They're
I go
not having.
to Mega Mart pharmacy. I go to
Yes.
Price Mart pharmacy. They won't carry it. They don't carry it. It's an effective over-the-counter drug against blood sugar rising up, and they will not carry it. And that's blood sugar. And then
Don't worry. After this, sorry, sir. After this, Sir Herb, a minister is going to start a company that brings it into the country.
I bring it in. Yeah. Well, more likely, if our good friend is listening, he probably going to tell his son must get out of the other business and go start the
I'm going to that business. Exactly.
Well, yeah.
Before you finish, if you're talking that minister, you hear about the funeral home, if that same minister. Some people have rice mill, big up Mr. Rice Mill. Some people may say them have funeral home too, and them have shares in a funeral.
Wow.
Rice Mill, big up yourself. Yes. Yeah, you're right. Yes, man.
Yeah.
You're right.
Oh gosh.
But they have another one that is very effective against blood pressure, right? And I just got it the other day, and I can tell you it drop your numbers down, right? And I gotta go look at it. Matter of fact, I should tell the people them out, because let me tell you, people spend too much money on medication, and you're right. It's either you eat to live, or you take your medication to live.
Of course.
You can't do both of them.
Your food like medication. You have to take medication now for your food.
Yeah.
So your medication turn your food now, you know. So if you don't eat, but you gotta eat properly when you don't have nothing to eat.
Yeah.
And the government I tell you say you have something to eat, and you know you don't have nothing to eat. And Andrew, I tell you, when them have the big house and everything, I tell you, yes, hear him now the other day. Yes, man, because truth not trickle down, but me that set up everything. 8 years. Garbage.
No, he say must think prosperous way. He say need to think prosperous. He say they need to think prosperous.
Yeah.
Because he's not getting from poverty to prosperity. Just think prosperous. Think that them belly full.
But it's hard though. See, somebody has secure herb. Albert C.
Yeah, I was reading it. That his son had a stroke and he had to pay for everything.
Okay. And somebody else to talk.
An MRI costs between $300 and $400 for an MRI.
400 MRI.
Yes.
I'm more tuned because some place I 85 for the CT scan, you know. 1,000.
Yes. So I'm the things I'm telling you.
So if you are 13,000, you can go to the road and get knocked down anything at all or something that you have to drop off for us anything, and you get a factor something. You have to use a CT scan. Oh, you pay for the CT scan. You don't have a bank account.
You can.
That's why we know a lobby for the government. Don't do that thing the way I do. But get the CT scan them and put them
Buy the CT scan.
Serve the people, them man.
Yeah.
Not too evil, man. Florence,
spend that money. Yes, spend that money and put it. You buy the necessary equipment and outfit all hospitals with new equipment, at least 2 per hospital, and then you won't have the pressure on any one hospital.
Well, remember now, UW, the public side, and then public hospital are the only 2 public hospitals, and them equipment are always broken for some reason.
Never work yet.
They never
work, and them. And right now, they might give them friend over $1 billion that I don't know what they might give them for. Because I'm outsource something. Florence, Hamilton, so it is foolish to go to the hospital. Nothing is there. I am sorry for some of who can't go to the private doctor. You hear? And that's true.
Yeah.
Florence, that's true your talk, man. That's reality.
Them say Errol Grant is saying if I check the natural food store, I would get it. I check the natural food store, I go down to what name they down in Nutsford Park, where they
Outside.
everywhere I go.
Yeah. Let's put on the table.
So Janet Jones just said, Janet Jones said, can you imagine just to do a preliminary test? The cheapest is $22,000.
CT scan over 100,000. Yes. I believe
over
that.
100,000. So when you work, this is what the government, you know, them for go still, you know. When you are work 13,000 now, I remember them people are sick more than anything else.
Yeah.
All them mother sick and them granny and everybody. How you manage these things?
You
But a
can't
serious
manage.
note.
You
How you
cannot
do it?
manage. Yeah. This is one of the things I tell you. When it comes to medical, dental worse. You know, talk to my little cousin. He hadn't been to a dentist in about 5 years. And 5 years ago was the last time I took him.
Yes.
You know, I just didn't have enough time. You know, when I told him when I come back, we're going to do one of the things we're going to do. But the thing is, you let your dental suffer so you can take care of everything else, right? You have to you let certain illnesses go and use home remedies.
Yeah.
Home remedies. But sometimes what you know, me's a man, I live in the wilderness, you know, people. So I have the whole of the thing around me, so I study a lot of things. See? Come live in the wilderness. You see, sometimes the home remedies, it will work, but sometimes you can't overdose yourself. And then after you use it, you say, no, you can't overdose. Everything can overdose you, man. So it just depends on how you use it. Because you don't know, you know. You just take it, and, you know, it will work. But sometimes you overdo
something elsewhere. I'm coming back.
You understand? Sometimes you overdo something with yourself. Somebody does say something to me, you know. Let me see who does say something to me. Yeah. Let me see this. Oh, Junior Nash. Not even Panadol in the hospital. Not even.
It is sad.
Hey, God,
it is sad. It is so sad. Just imagine. And if you notice in a lot of people, you see them, it reminds me of Peanut Dread. Remember Peanut Dread is mouth? He needs to see a dentist. But can he afford to see a dentist? You know? And how many people like him are there? There are so many people, even children, who cannot afford to see a dentist. It is very sad. Really, really sad.
Yeah, freedom say. But freedom, sometimes when people can't even cook, I remember them have to go to work, you know. So there's a way where you say not eat the fast food, but unless you never eat nothing, and then that will make you know you eat medicine for your food. Because if you run out and you have to reach your work by a certain time, and you know eat, and then you eat, and that are the one the thing you eat at just lunch, you know, eat breakfast, you know. You know, they want for cooking, you know.
Or maybe they have to stop at the local.
Because you don't have no food at home. Remember, a day by day you live. So this is why people have to stop eating fast food that's killing them slowly. The people have to get back to natural food and cook at home. But you know, have nothing for. Listen, you have enough people now have not covered much as we have food. And that.
But Wayne, what are they eating? Remember, one person said yesterday in one of your shows that tin mackerel is the meat.
Yeah, tin mackerel.
What is in tin mackerel? It's a national dish.
Mackerel.
What is in tin mackerel?
Reggae medic say, Lonesome, has it ever occurred to you that the government may quietly be trying to lower the population? Think of how much easier if you got rid of 1 million poor people. But this now what
think about it. 1 million poor people.
But think about it the next way. You get rid of 1 million poor people out of Jamaica, then you push because who are up at the rich man, they work for themselves. That's number one.
Exactly.
Who clean the place, and then you get rid of 1 million poor people. You get rid of every day 1 million tin of mackerel. So Grace Kelly, the money cut too. And you get rid of the pill where you stuff them up with because people will not send them barrel. So what you do, you mash up the country if you get rid of 1 million because government have no sense. Everything intertwined. So maybe just put the sense in them cranium, you know, in them way of thinking. See? So if you get rid of 1 million, you cut the budget wicked. Because the money will come down. Remember, the money will come down 1 million people, you know. Enough people, father, mother, and all kind of things that I get rid of. So you see the money that will come down to the diaspora that are cut. Everything I cut, the barrel I cut, everything I cut. So everything I can dry up. So don't try it. Don't try it.
Exactly. Give me 1 minute, Wayne.
Yes. See? Yeah, man. So them can't try that. If them try that, I worries. You see me, I say? I better get rid of PSOJ. You better off. See? You better off. So here my thing now, at knocking back and Maria, you might think now. People say earlier, people, I could tell them our thing I know earlier because we soon knock off in 6 minutes. So hear this now. Hear this now. When all Andrew Holness and them government accountable. Now make Andrew come chicken about nothing at all. You don't know about separation and diamond. 8 years. He got 8 plus because February make 8 years. February gone already. 8 years and a month now. It's running now. And all them I do, I put in a more problem and they at a bag of bull. So we not pay no mind. Panadol in the hospital. Them not reggae medic. They not have no Panadol in there for you.
Yeah.
Yeah? Them not have none. If you just still want digitize, just say name, you know, your docket. You want digitize your docket. You tell me if that makes sense. No make Andrew only tell you no nothing wrong here. And tell a friend and tell a family member, no care where my talk, he got you 1 year. Can't hear him transparent right now. Him can't come back in my damage goods. Him can't come back around here. Yeah. You see me I say? Yeah, man. See? This bad. You understand? It's bad. Nobody can feed themselves. And then I tell you how good him do to you. Me I tell you, $6,000 could I buy 3 ply. No, 13 can buy 1. No, it can buy 1 and leave maybe $1,000. About 1,100.
There are a lot of people that are trying to repair their homes, and they just they can't afford it because the prices of stuff keep going up and up.
I remember in a panel material, they jump. So I remember I get bigger taxes now. I'm not telling no new taxes. But per material, the amount of money him get him chop off for that. So I know just supply. But the 2 before, the 4 before, and everything, the 1 be 8, the 1 be 6, the 1. You understand the whole of these things? Saying the cement, the sand, the gravel, the steel, everything, the paint, everything.
Yeah. So
you can move the man and mash up. Hey, it's a sin. Some people have live on that tree like what? That are if them have a tree. Can maybe them have to chop it down and burn it for cook a pot. How much you a ton of steel now? How much you a ton of steel right now? Zane? Billions them are do it for because I remember a racist thing them a take from UK and every museum a be a bun him out. Christopher Tufton and the government. You can't use them go do nothing. Saying that don't make no sense. Saying take the money there. Because that kid not do nothing for you. Not yo, that kid can't eat the healthy now. It all gonna make instead of me have it on paper, now I have it on the computer, the nurse call you, book up and look up that kid. Nah, do nothing. And if I do it, I have to do it in every hospital. You want to make sure the internet them up and everything. Server them a kick. So you know how much money he have to spend do that. He could have buy the one of the machine and place nothing in the thing. 178,000 for 1 ton of steel. The other day it was like 120. It was 90 yard, 80 yard. It double. It double. It was 80 yard. Go look back in 2014 and 15. That double, you know. More, yeah, man. It double. And that me I tell Andrew say everything, see there, it gone. Everything gone up. And the man still say, we manage, you know, manage nothing better. People life tough, it can't tough no more. Round here. We don't talk. We have 2 minutes, we just finish out the talk, but it done. You understand? People want to burn Christopher Tufton and tell him, say, don't try this 13,000 a week, can't do nothing. Make them run up and down and boast about it, can I use it for them. Make them run up and it can't buy nothing. Can't buy food, can't buy play, can't buy nothing. It's a weak, hey, the man in dangerous, you know. Minimum wage shouldn't less than even 40 grand right now. Two of me say I go on to where them I get. 40 grand. Even if you drop it at 30, can't do nothing but it have enough time better off. Minimum wage. In wicked manner. Yes.
The one thing I was telling them was this.
Oh.
This is nitric oxide.
Yeah.
And that is the ingredient in your blood pressure medication that lower your blood pressure.
Oh.
So now they sell it as an extract. Lower my blood pressure down to 117/59.
Yeah.
That's how low I'm getting readings.
So this lower the blood pressure, that lower the blood pressure?
Yeah, nitric oxide. Yeah.
Oh.
You
So
know,
people could I get that at Jamaica, but them have ever steady.
It's over the counter. And if they could order it, they could order it and ship it in from Amazon. But you see,
if them not
they don't have that kind of
food,
money.
them can't order it.
You need credit card, Amazon
Credit
account.
card, them not have none of that neither.
You
So
know.
when them hear about Amazon, they might have things that down at the river, they don't in a Brazil.
Oh gosh, when it's so in a so bad way.
Yeah, no, but when I tell them how that from Amazon, you know, they must say, Amazon. People there, some people.
What you want? You're sending them to Brazil?
Yeah, the man thinks I don't have the Amazon you talk about and things say yes. You know, it's wicked.
Let me tell you something. If this and the berberine hit Jamaica, then people don't have to worry about going to know if for over the counter and you can get it in the health food stores, then we don't have to worry about going to the doctor no more. Right?
Even
But
when
sure it don't
even when
come
they surgery upon people, no.
Yeah.
You have to buy the medication, you know.
Yeah.
I go get sepsis.
It
Doctor
wasn't that way
can't
before.
worry about him now have the dose of thing for you. Them not have it. And the man that want to come to your doctor him want digitize it. And then come talk to you like something big him do and you say, yeah, my work. I'm so brand new building, state of the art. I say, yes, in my work. The one of this are garbage. But don't burn him, you know.
Because the people need beds and medication, yeah.
And we don't talk. We make sure eat my dinner for early, you know, but me still have to eat my liquor supper now, and do some nick snacks and them things there. So, Maria.
Hey.
Yeah, Sir Herb. You talk, Sir Herb. Wayne, have a good night. God bless.
Bless us, people. Bless us. We out, yeah.
And to everyone.